Folks, it's Saturday night. We're hanging out, and eventually we're going to watch Solo, a Star Wars story. Ugh.
God damn it.
I know. It's gross. But, folks, we're back. I've been away, been a little sick, but, I've been working on some videos and all kinds of stuff, and I thought tonight would be a nice way to blow off some steam and have a couple laughs at the expense of Walt Disney Corporation's Solo, a Star Wars story. So I'm joined with Kendo Slice. Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. Beep boop. Our good buddy, superfan Adam Shawhan.
Hey, yo.
Our friend, the man formerly known as Brandon Moist, who is now known as Moist Visions Incorporated. Brandon Moist.
Get moist and get voiced. Let's go, guys.
And finally, our buddy, the Rookie Critic.
Yep, how's it going, guys? I am the rookie, but I'm ready to learn.
So these should all be names that everyone in the World Class Bullshitters community knows because they're all fans of the channel, friends of the channel, and now they're venturing out into their own world of YouTube. And we thought it would be nice to hang out with them, help them, pimp their channels out a little bit, and talk about Solo, a Star Wars story. Probably the biggest news story of 2018 in terms of entertainment. Would you guys agree?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah, I concur.
It's up there.
Yeah, so it's the first failure for Star Wars. I mean, there had never been a Star Wars movie that failed outright at the box office like this one.
And we called it.
Well, my favorite part was Scott Mendelson, where he wrote an article that says, as Solo fails, are movies with white men box office poison? And I was just like, no. It's other shit. So before we get too deep into this, superfan Adam Shawhan, since your name appears first, why do you think Solo failed?
Okay, so I'm going to put it plain and simply. A, don't attack the fans. Don't try to split your base in half so that, I don't know, you only make half the money you could. And 3, it wasn't even a movie that we really needed. We may have wanted it, but we didn't really need it. On top of the fact, hey, as a sci-fi movie, I give it a thumbs up. As a Star Wars movie, no, sir.
Brandon Moist?
Yeah, no, I pretty much agree with Superfan that, the fact that we had Solo just 4 or 5 months after The Last Jedi. I feel like Marvel, they kind of have the knack that they can put out movies pretty quickly and they'll be still well recepted. However, literally you had Rian Johnson he said he wanted to divide the fandom. He did. And you have a divided fandom going into supposed to be a major Star Wars film just a few months after that tumultuous event, which was The Last Jedi. I think it was destined for failure.
Good points. Rookie Critic, what do you think?
I don't know. I feel like they really tried to do a different angle, like how they did with The Last Jedi. They subverted all expectations, and with this one, they're like, let's try to give them everything we think they want, and then hopefully it'll all work out somehow. And it all completely failed. I mean, they had good actors, I would think, for the most part. I mean, not all of them, of course, but some here and there. But my God. Just felt like, is this cool? Do you guys think this is good? You think this is pretty good? You like this? Oh, there's Darth Maul. You like him, right? Please give us money.
Darth Maul being in this movie was probably the most disjointed thing. It's like,
spoilers.
Yeah, what?
Spoilers.
Believe me, if you wanted to watch this movie at this point, you would have watched it at this point.
This is a watch part. It's okay.
The best part about all this is, though, it's like for years everyone was shitting on the prequels. Well, we kind of milked all the nostalgia out of the original one, so let's try to go for the prequels now. And it fell flat. I mean, seriously, nothing about this movie blew me away. Do I think it's the best of the Disney Star Wars movies? No, it's probably number 2 behind Rogue One, but just something about this. Kendo, you said how bored you were when you initially watched it.
I was, Jeff. I was watching it, was bored out of my mind, almost left the theater about an hour into the movie. I was like, this is just so damn boring. But I didn't. I'm like, I'm gonna stretch it out. I'm gonna make it to the finish line so that way I can have seen the whole thing. So if I need to dump on it, I can justly. And then like another 45 minutes went by and I was like, is this damn thing over yet? No, it's not. There's still another like half hour to go. I think I'm just gonna leave, but I didn't. I really wanted to just leave, but I'm like, I got to do the show tonight. I need to be able to report on this. I have to force myself. I had to will myself to get through the rest of this movie and not look like a total dick in front of the 20 other people in the theater on opening night.
That's more than there at my theater. I don't think we had. I'm not joking because you've been to my AMC theater, and it's a big theater. I honestly think there's
This
about
is
10 people in the giant IMAX auditorium. It was a really odd low turnout, and you could just feel like Star Wars kind of just shrivel up and die right in front of you. It was kind of sad too at the same time, because it's like, it's Han Solo, man, my favorite character. I was like, he's finally getting the movie. And it just kind of sucked.
yeah,
We need
it
more
was
mystery with characters.
not
They
good.
keep on fleshing them out, and then there's more room for them to be awful when they keep on using them.
Yeah, for me, I'd liked Star Wars. I've been a fan for 23 years now. So 96. So I'd liked Star Wars for over 20 years. Force Awakens, Well, I saw my favorite character die, but I got over it. I wasn't like, oh, I'm really mad Han Solo died, whatever. But then I just systematically watched all the characters I like just be ruined for no reason. And a lot of people felt that way too. And I just don't think Alden Ehrenreich has any charisma whatsoever. And he's just not the right
bar
guy.
of wood soap would be even better. I mean, come on. And there's not even a bar of wood soap, but hey, that would be more entertaining than he was, sir.
Dude, he is the male equivalent of Brie Larson. Just there,
Yeah.
No. They're gonna be in a movie together. Watch.
Oh, I won't watch. That's the thing.
Fucking prayers.
What if they get married?
Well, then the baby. I fear for that baby.
It's gonna be one boring ass reception.
Yeah,
Bond of 2 bricks.
just a bunch of smug people.
Yeah.
That's called Hollywood, isn't it?
That's true. So before we start, we had a few super chats roll in. First off, from Moist Visions Incorporated. Don't get spoiled, people. It's just Soilo. And then finally, or not finally, excuse me. Our friend Ryan Geiger says, this movie makes me think of the line from Billy Madison. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having seen it. May God have mercy on your soul.
That's why I have some vodka here, my friend.
That is I've been drinking all day.
There you go.
I have some shots lined up here. So if you guys want the Moist to take a shot, drop some super chats and let me know when to take a shot.
Well, there you go.
Now, by shot, you mean you're going to drink it out of the Stanley Cup, correct?
No, I know. I would love to do so. Unfortunately, I did not have the opportunity to do so. And yes, that is me with Lord Stanley's Cup. So for all you NHL fans out there, my left hand, I may or may not have washed it in the 3 years since I've touched that cup. So
Been free of moisture? Oh no.
As an NHL fan from the city of St. Louis, I don't know what that looks like.
oh shit! I say I'm a Pens fan. Go Pens.
I just think that he blessed it with moisture was my thought.
Well, they did repeat the next year, so.
They
Well,
just
keep
never-
hanging out with us. You may get a chance.
I say, and that's talking hockey.
Let's see. We got Laws or Lowe's, L-O-Z. Solo on one screen, world-class bullshitters on another. The Dallas Cuck Boys hopefully losing on a third. Gonna be a good night, guys.
Hell's officially frozen over because my father and I, who hate the Cowboys, actually want them to win.
Why?
Because of how much more we hate the former St. Louis Rams.
Oh, okay.
Enemy of my
It's what-
enemy.
It's one of those things, like just the way that Kroenke treated the city of St. Louis. Everybody in this city that is a fan of football just desperately hates the Rams to the point where we're actually liking the Cowboys. God damn. Ugh. I
We
feel
need to
gross.
talk after we get off air.
That's fine. I have to take another drink.
No, but it sounds like a pretty good night. I mean, you got 3 screens and we're on one of them, so I feel like that's a victory right there. We're as important as the Dallas Cuck Boys to some people.
That's true.
Our
I
buddy
think
on
I'm better than them, but that's just me.
I agree. I mean, we're not going to get CTE in the future from this show, hopefully. Well, Dion might from Plowman to Dunham. Enclave Soldier says, I honestly regretted seeing this film in the cinema. If only I joined the Fandom Menace earlier. This is my first super chat. Well, thank you very much, Enclave Soldier, and welcome to the Fandom Menace.
Yeah. It's like we
gonna
told
be-
people. I was going to
What do we
say
tell them?
that they don't have to go see the movie. We'll go see it for them. They just have to listen to our review.
Heck yeah.
Well,
Be like, you guys don't want to watch this movie. You guys know it's going to suck. We'll take the bullet. Just come be here at 8:00 Eastern or whatever it was, and we will tell you how bad the movie was.
Be prepared. I guess, Kendo, our next one's going to be what? Captain Marvel?
Yeah, Captain Marvel, and then we get Endgame
Yeah, and Shazam.
and Shazam.
Do you think we should do Shazam?
why not?
I mean, Yeah, I was gonna say we could. There's nothing stopping us from doing it.
All right, Shazam!
It's
It
our
is.
channel. We can do what we want.
Yeah, folks. April's going to be quite a heavy early movie review month, so be prepared. We'll hit all the big ones. And let's see what else we got. We got Shut Up Alt Nazi says, anyone see Geek Girl Diva's L337 theory about consent?
No.
I have not. I have an
hilarious.
L337 action figure I'm gonna destroy on camera one day.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I picked it up. I still got to give out. We got to do, Kendra, we have to figure out how to do our giveaway. On Black Friday, the super chat people were like, hey, get a Darth Revan to give away. So I got this fucking action figure that's just been sitting here on a desk for many moons, and I want to get rid of it. So, folks, if you want to win this Darth Revan action figure,
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We'll be giving it away. We'll figure a way to pick a winner.
Yeah, we'll think of something.
Chapter Master Dante, thank you very, very much. This is the power of the fandom menace coming together at the lowest point possible to make fun of this dumpster fire while demanding satisfaction. Emperor bless you all.
Oh, I've given up on demanding satisfaction from Disney Star Wars.
Now I'm trying not to give away too many spoilers, but I got a huge video tomorrow that's really important, and it puts a nail in all this shit. And it's not opinion based; it's actually 100% factual. And the fandom menace has a huge win tomorrow, so be prepared for that, folks. That's all I can tell you guys. Maybe I'll tell the guys off air a little more. But tomorrow is a really big day for the fandom menace. This week is a big week for World Class Bullshitters, so don't miss out on anything. Trust me, you're gonna love it.
All I'll tell everybody is make sure that when the video drops, you take your pants off first.
Yeah,
You'll know why.
The video will be very moist. So.
Well, you have to take your pants off first because unfortunately you have to make sure that your boxers are on right side.
Well, yes.
That's
yes.
all. Yeah. I know what you mean there.
Very good call, sir.
All right, let me read these and then we'll start the movie. Loki07 says, I like to think of this as a Dash Rendar story. You guys know who Dash Rendar is?
That sounds familiar.
Shadows of the Empire.
I do not.
Yeah, Dash Rendar was kind of cool. He was created for Shadows of the Empire, so I would have been, like 8 years old. I just was like waiting for Han Solo to get unfrozen from carbonite because there was that weird gap in my life where I didn't see Return of the Jedi right away.
Ooh.
So it was an exciting time.
Dash Rendar also shows up in A New Hope.
Oh yeah, he does. That's a gross fan fiction there, Kendo.
Yeah, well, I told you I'd find something awful, and you challenged me to do so, and I did.
So you know what we're going to do? We just got a whole bunch of super chats rolling, and we're going to start this movie. And while it's starting, I'm going to read these. So, folks, if you got questions or anything like that, just keep on rolling them in. We'll read them, and we'll be hanging out the whole night. So, guys, do you want to get your timestamps set to 0? We're going to give everyone a minute. But, this movie's on Netflix.
Yeah. We're watching Bird Box, right?
Yes, Sandra Bullock. For all joking aside, I tried to watch that over New Year's. I don't like her as an actress. There's something about her. I don't find her very entertaining.
I enjoyed the movie, but it wasn't something that I'm going to write home about.
Have you seen the images of the monsters?
Yeah, I have seen some of those.
Those look dumb.
Yeah, that's
a lot of people overhyped
that's disappointing.
I believe that the clown that is standing behind me is more scarier.
I would agree. Especially in the right.
Yeah, that clown scares the shit out of me just whenever it pops up. So
wake up to that next to you. No thanks.
All right, guys. Well, everybody, get your timestamp set to 0 and press play right now. Oh, Lucasfilm Limited.
if it only could be more limited.
Hey, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Star Wars.
No, it's a lawless time, Kendo.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
It bug me, but God, it's so stupid. I don't know why.
It's a lawless time when this young guy runs around with this fucking centipede woman.
Yeah, the centipede. What the fuck is going on with the centipede?
Yeah, that was like the first what the fuck in the movie. It's like she's this evil centipede that lives underground, but for whatever reason, she can't be touched by light, but we're going to go ahead and build fucking windows in her sanctum.
Yeah. And the thing is too, like people might bitch at us bitching about a centipede. They'll be like, "Oh, well, you guys rooted for a big slug with Jabba the Hutt." Well, it's like, no, fuck off. It's like Jabba actually got around. He did things. He started off the pod race in episode 1. he ran a massive galactical crime syndicate, not just one on Corellia. Good
Well, it
lord.
represents like a fat slugs, like people, like like the cool whole dirty, So it's like, okay, dude's chilling, got his harem. Why not? Gangster business, sitting around.
Now, what do you guys think of how Solo just popped up here? What do you guys think of how they did the title screen there?
It doesn't feel Star Warsy.
I mean, that seems worse. Yeah, it feels like a different movie.
Yeah,
the dice too.
They pushed those dice really hard because it's like, hey, they were in A New Hope. We're gonna make it's like this in The Last Jedi and A New Hope. They're trying to tie it together with the dice, and I'm like, guys, you're really stretching now. Come on.
It made me think, why is there these dice in the Star Wars universe on their thing, like in Earth? Like, doesn't make any sense.
I got it as a joke for the original Star Wars because it was the 70s and people had the fuzzy dice in their cars, and it was a thing, it was a play on that. But we're, 40 years later, it's like, oh, it's really a Star Wars thing. It's like when they're talking about the Journal of the Wills or whatchamacallit, the Kyber crystals and all this other shit. They just repurpose old George Lucas creations and try to incorporate it into Star Wars. And I just don't think they've succeeded at all yet.
No.
And another thing I would have liked, you talked about the way Solo appeared. Why not just do Star Wars The Crawl? That's a big element to all this shit.
Exactly.
Don't keep it strictly for the sequel trilogy. Put it all of it. Everybody would buy into that.
It's like, what if they changed the text? Like they had the text be different color, but they still do the Star Wars crawl. Would that be a huge no also? Or
no, I'd be okay with that as long as it's the crawl. It keeps it gives you the essence of this belongs in the Star Wars universe. This is truly, as the title says, a Star Wars story.
Yeah, and the music gets you kind of hyped. It's like the duh, and it's like, okay,
you need the theme song.
Yeah, that's the big and the thing. Even if it wasn't like the full blown theme song, at least have elements of the theme song throughout the movie, and don't hark. God damn, there's so many things that piss me off with this movie. So,
well, to me, it's like this. Everybody. Sorry, Jeff, go ahead.
Okay. No, you go ahead.
Okay. So to me, it's kind of like when you're looking forward to something really sweet that you're excited about, like, for example, we'll say a Twinkie, and then you get the off-brand of a Twonky. So there you go. That's what this is.
For me, when you were talking about the music, it reminds me of the Daniel Craig Bond flicks that don't start with the gun barrel. Until the gun barrel hits, I'm not into the James Bond, I'm back into that world. Without the crawl, I'm not feeling like I'm in the world of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a quick timestamp?
Yeah. We are at timestamp 4 minutes 7 seconds.
Okay, I'm a little bit ahead.
Yeah, where Proxima is rising all of a sudden.
So we had Proxima Midnight from the Avengers, and now we have Lady Proxima in Solo Star Wars story. So that's a very popular name for 2018 Disney.
Yeah. Now, speaking of popular names, I don't know. I know a bunch of people in the Fandom Menace here have retweeted and liked my tweet that I'd put out earlier. I was at Barnes & Noble's doing some book shopping, a bunch of gift cards, so I had to use those. And I perused the Star Wars Legends section, and I found a book called The Last Jedi. So I was just like, I took a picture, tweeted it, and I didn't feel like tagging Ryan Johnson just in case he saw it. And then I just didn't feel like dealing with a bitch-ass baby like him. But yeah, no. So if you guys want to check out that tweet, and then if you know much about the book, I read the back panel of it. I didn't read the whole book, but it appears that it is a kind of a in-between episode 3 and 4 book, which is awesome. But yeah, no, I had said in my tweet that, Ryan Johnson got real creative, and other people commented that said The Last Jedi was also in the Force Awakens crawl. So a lot of, whether it's RJ trying to piggyback off of JJ or forgetting the legend. So.
I've seen that title before. It just instills no faith in me with everything he's done. And it just basically cements the fact that he'll never have his own trilogy.
Yeah, no, and I completely agree. And one person commented on my tweet and said that they felt so bad for after seeing The Last Jedi, they felt so bad for the people that wrote that book because they probably put their heart and soul into it. and then to see a film by The Last Jedi go on screen and pretty much destroy the fandom as we've known it and split it into two. You see their work basically just, thrown down the toilet is heartbreaking. And I completely agree with that. I feel so bad for those authors.
Well, how do you feel about Alden Ehrenreich? I mean, you talk about feeling bad. Do you think this is going to be not career killing, because this movie wasn't that big of a deal?
He'll recover.
You think he'll recover fully, or do you think he'll be for a while at least? Like, because Natalie Portman had that a couple of years.
5 years down, I think people will forget this movie existed, and they'll be like, if he does a good job, he does a good job. If he doesn't, then there'll just be another bad role, I guess, but he'll be okay.
I just don't think he was the right choice. I don't think he's a bad actor. Like, I saw Hail Caesar, and I liked him in that movie. But in this one, I was just like, you don't have it, dude. You're just not Han Solo.
I've heard that some people loved Harrison Ford because he kind of had the attitude of, I don't even want to be Harrison Ford. And, like, that's kind of part of the appeal that he had. It's like with him, this guy feels so eager to be Han Solo that it's like, you're giving, it's not the right vibes. It's just,
and he would go, I'm a pilot. It's like,
I'm a pilot. Look at me. No.
It's like all the Disney. It's like, really, it's not even Disney Star Wars. It's a lot of new, poorly written movies. It's like the characters have to constantly tell the audience, I'm this, I'm that. This is what I represent, because they think audiences are pretty dumb for the most part, but they don't even give like a chance for like the subtext to hit the audience. They're just like constantly bombarding you with, I'm this, I'm virtuous, I'm the hero.
I'm an awesome character. Love me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do
love because the Disney says you do. Bow to the mouse.
Yeah,
it's funny. You can go across the country to stores and see this speeder bike for like $8, and even then people aren't buying it. It's really just an ugly design. I think
that would make a good coaster or something. Like, I don't know.
I do enjoy the Imperial speeder bike things that look like those guardrails on the highway, those cement things.
Yeah. That's one thing about this movie. They do have some pretty cool, speeder concepts and some spaceship concepts. And, they did hark back to the original trilogy a little bit with the Imperial Star Destroyer that we see coming up with the Kessel Run. Spoiler alert. But
you knew that. I knew this movie was kind of lost when they're like, oh, they're doing the Kessel Run. I'm like, you're literally doing the one thing Han Solo talks about in his past.
I do wish they left that a mystery. We do not need to see every single event that they mention.
Exactly. And that's something that the fans like. Each one of us here, the 5 of us that are here on this Hangouts here, we could each have our own interpretation of the Hangout, or not the Hangout, of the Kessel Run. I'm sorry.
I hope we all enjoy it.
Take that shot.
Yes, no. Our own interpretation of the Kessel Run, and in our own minds, it's fucking awesome. We don't need to see it, and we don't need to be told what the Kessel Run is and how it happened. Let us use our own imagination. That's part of the art of telling a story. When you leave loose ends, you let people imagine what happened, and that adds to the entire story as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really what a lot of it is. It's like, where did Han, Luke, and Leia go after the Return of the Jedi? This, that, and the other. And I also think that's where the disconnect comes from with a lot of the way people think of the characters and the way they were treated. Because you can't please everybody, but I feel like they pleased nobody with how they treated the new characters or the original characters. Everybody kind of got shat on, with the exception of Chewbacca.
Yeah. Well, I felt bad for Chewie too. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Rookie.
I was gonna say, like, after Han's death, I would think that would, in a way, if Chewie's gonna be alive, that could have been a way for Chewie to have more character. Like, if they actually gave him spotlight in areas in The Last Jedi, like, him having some type of motivation, or he wants to be kind of isolated. Maybe he's annoyed that Rey even is insisting on using the Falcon or something. Like, give him some type of personality after Han's gone, because he can be himself now without Han. Like, see Chewie do this. That would be an interesting way to see his character, but they're not going to do that ever. He's just a porg buddy to porgs.
Can we also note that in this scene here, we hear the Imperial March as an actual theme for the fucking Empire? And
I think it's Jeff, like non-diegetic music or something.
Jeff, a couple people in the chat were asking for some timestamps.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to hit the clock. Shit. We're at the 11-minute marker.
It's okay. We're almost at the worst part in the thing as far as canon goes.
But don't listen to the Imperial March. Just pretend it's not the actual theme of the Empire. It's just
That's a minor
Ron
thing.
Williams narrating it for us.
See, now there are certain things about this so far that I enjoy. I don't think the movie, like I always play the game on this channel, and we're all going to, where it shits the bed. I don't think this movie has shit the bed yet. I do have some complaints with Alden Ehrenreich just a bit, but I think it's neat to see the original Stormtroopers. It was nice to see the Death Star droid get hit by the speeder. That was kind of fun. And it was awesome. And I like some of these alien designs. I think you went back a moment ago, you brought up how you think this one has some good ones. I thought the Rogue One looked really good. Some of the new stuff they added to it, like the decraniated people. I liked the Imperial tank. All that stuff I thought was cool.
Even the Scarif troopers, like there's forces on Scarif.
But I firmly believe, and I'm pretty sure people would agree with me, the reason we see stormtroopers and astromech droids and certain things is always to sell to that nostalgic audience.
Mm-hmm.
It's always like, I know the stormtroopers, even though these are slightly different. They're like, I know stormtroopers, I know Darth Vader, I know this, I know that. And people will come back for that. And I think eventually once they clean that out, that's when they kind of just lose the entire audience.
I'm kind of annoyed of seeing stormtroopers here, though, now. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I wish that they could show aliens like as stormtroopers with their own custom type of armor, maybe that's for that type of aliens. Because
I think the Empire doesn't like aliens; they only use guys.
Yep.
I think that was something that was established like back in the old one.
Yeah. So if SJWs want to get pissed at those guys.
Well, yeah, I guess I'm applying to the First Order because they never make it clear that they hold these same exact values as the Empire or vary a little. And I don't know.
For the First Order, I agree with you on that one, because they've shown different types of people and women and stuff like that. But back then it was just all white dudes. They were old white British guys.
Yeah, that made sense. I think that made sense too as to why there's so many aliens with the rebellion, even if they didn't show all of them. I mean, I think there's enough glimpses here and there, mention of the Bothans and whatnot. So it seemed like a lot of them were aliens on the rebel side. Oh, here's everybody's favorite moment coming up.
Oh, God. Well, if I may interject very quickly, Armchair Warlord in the chat made a great point where we just saw Han Solo disguise himself in a blanket after making the biggest scene in the world. That is completely, contradictory to Han Solo. I mean, if he was going to make a big deal in a big scene, he would fucking own up to it.
Yeah, like he used to say, "Come on, I prefer a straight fight to all this sneaking around." Like, where is his character at?
I would expect him to put his hands up, and then he'd just be like, "All right, well, come at me." And then as soon as someone comes at it, he pulls out that blaster, and then boom, they're dead.
It's like that scene in Shaun of the Dead when he's trying to get everyone's attention when they go into the Winchesters. Like, "Come on, walking buffet," and he just screams off. I feel like Han Solo would have pulled something like that.
Yes.
You see, but only now he's Han Solo. Before he was just Han. Now he's Han Solo.
Everybody in the chat, if you are now that you know where Han Solo came from, please type in, throw an S in the chat if you're excited to know where Han Solo's name come from.
Yeah, how much happier are you now?
I'm throwing a lot of S's in the chat right now.
I can die complete.
You will die. Let's see. Ricky Critic, thank you very much for your super chat. Even though you're here, it says Solo equals lame. World class bullshitters makes it fun, or makes watching it funny. Thank you. Seamus McCallahan says, finally saw it last night for the first time. Slow, boring, and spastic action that also managed to bore me. Isn't that kind of embarrassing that a movie can be so boring that even the action bores you?
Well, even right here, I mean, I get what they're doing, but you can't even see the enemy. It's just looks like
Saving Private Ryan chaos scene here.
No, let's have an action scene and throw dirt on them. Like, I don't know.
I would argue that this is probably one of the reshoots from Ron Howard.
Yeah.
Because look at realistically, all you need is dirt and green screen, and you can mimic
that's all it all feels like.
What do you guys think of Woody Harrelson in this flick?
I can't believe that the movie bombed with him in it, though. I mean, you would have thought, and I understand that he's getting older and he's not quite the draw that he was. I think his role was awesome.
You see, to me, this reminds me of Indiana Jones. Remember how in Last Crusade we meet that guy that Indiana Jones gets his style from for like 5 minutes? I feel like
No,
they copied him from Han Solo, and it's like, could he not have a character that's iconic that isn't defined by some other guy in his life? It's like they always kind of just diminish his, especially just in this movie, they just diminish his character. It's like he can't. That's the problem with all reboots or remakes or something. It's like we're gonna watch them become the character, then the movie sucks, and we never see the next step. It's like the Spider-Man movies with Andrew Garfield. We're going to learn this untold secret. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And they just spun their wheels by being stupid. And we never got past, what Tobey Maguire movies already showed.
Yeah. And not to like kind of go, not to like sidetrack here, but as a history nerd and a Ron Howard film fan, the reason that I can tell that this was reshot by Ron Howard was when this movie came out, it was the it's the centennial or the 100th year anniversary of World War I ending. And what are we looking at right now? Trench warfare. And Ron Howard is a huge history nerd. So this is a complete moist take that I believe that Ron Howard threw a little subliminal throwback to World War I in that scene. That's well, I know. I think Jeff, you had said that think this is one of the Ron Howard reshoots. I am, after rewatching it and like sitting back and looking at this, I'm completely on board with that.
It just feels so small to me, like with Star Wars, you expect grand scope. Even the original stuff, which is actually filmed on location in like Norway or Tunisia, even for as bland as Tunisia could be, it was still shot epically with the crate dragon looked awesome, and just to see the droids in the distance and all that stuff, everything looked great. This is just a foggy mess that looks like, honestly, you could film this in a small warehouse.
What are they even fighting on this planet? I have it muted so there's no feedback noise. Did they even say who they're fighting or what?
Well, right now Woody Harrelson and Thandie Newton are basically going to kind of out Han Solo because they're not really in the Imperial Army. But I don't know why they're there. At least I don't have subtitles on. Maybe I should turn on subtitles.
They're like, fight for your
Because Plot
empire.
says so.
They're like, fight for your empire. And it's like, yeah, but against who? Like, there's no rebellion right now. So who is this?
I saw the Tobias Beckett action figure today at GameStop, and I was like, it's a great looking figure. I could never buy it because I don't need it.
I did enjoy what he did. I think they could have left it after he gets spoiler shot at the end, rather than have him go up there and hold his hand. They could have just let him, kind of like Guido, boom, you're dead. Now, roll the end credits.
Yeah, I dude, to be honest, I've only seen this movie once, I haven't thought too much about it. Outside of stuff we've talked about for the channel, I haven't had any introspective looks. Like with The Last Jedi, I've seen that 3 times. It's just like painful each time.
Yeah, because see, I'm just as bad as you. I promised you. I watched it allegedly on a Cody box. Didn't see it in the movies and laughed my ass off and said, I will not watch this again until you do the drunken commentary or you do, a live stream like you are now, which, hey, look, I'm here. Hi, guys. So this is the second time I've seen it, but I did do research and talk with a friend of mine, Mr. Peabody, by the way, happy birthday. And I told him and we sat there and compared notes from what we remembered and what we watched, and I'm rewatching it. And hey, I did homework. So
I was honestly listening to the opening of the Young Han Solo trilogy by A.C. Crispin this morning as I was doing some stuff. I was like, yeah, maybe I can get in the mood for Star Wars. And then I was just like, this is way better than what's actually in the movie.
Yep.
Well, Jeff, if you had checked, you should tune into the Moist Cast, which was premiered last night. I built a Lego set that was of Darth Maul from Episode 1. That might have gotten you into the mood of Star Wars.
Well, the video I worked on definitely got me in the mood for Star Wars, and it's a big one. I want it to hit another million views. So
I was like, well, you're close to hitting 1 million on the white men leading.
Yeah, it's like at 942 or something now.
I say, yeah, it's getting up there. So if you guys in the chat have not checked that out, please do. Just go to World Class Bullshitters YouTube page, and it'll probably be on one of the featured videos. And check that out. Let's get that over 1 million views.
Hey, there's
well worth
Chewie.
a watch.
Chewie.
Did anybody else guess that Chewie was going to be the Beast before they showed him?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. That was too obvious. I'm like, it's Chewie. I mean, really?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
telegraphed
I've
that one
seen
really
this
well.
somewhere before.
I saw this with my brother in the theater. We see all these new ones together, but unfortunately, but I mean, we do. And he was laughing his ass off when he goes. I was like, I looked at him. What the hell? He's just just rolling, laughing. The difference in our humor is very fast.
Any of you else figure out how the fuck does Han speak fucking
Wookie?
Wookiee? Yeah, I was gonna say Kashiki and Wookiee, whatever the fuck it is.
Bacanese.
That was another thing. I was just like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Really? He just conveniently knows how to speak.
Well, it's like, what if he goes, and then he goes, okay, and then punches him, and they're like, okay, you speak Wookiee. I don't care. I'm going to eat you. Like, really?
According to the subtitles, the language is called Shiri Wook. They
Yeah,
just
all
keep
right.
saying speaking in Shiri Wook.
Oh my god.
Wait, no, that's for
Speaking
she
in shitty
woke.
walk.
She woke.
I'll admit, though, if people like didn't see the original trilogy first, this could be an okay scene for them. I think,
Yeah.
maybe. Look at the
I mean,
title.
I think what we give this, Kendo, a 5.5 initially. At least I did, I think.
I don't
I
remember.
I
It was
give
not
like a
very
6
high.
for myself.
I was gonna say it was a very low number, but it wasn't like disastrously low. We'll say, yeah, it was probably about a 5.
I mean, we haven't still. I don't think we've hit the shit the bed moment for this movie.
No,
Mm,
how would
no.
down one will bring down that whole thing?
Bad Imperial engineering.
And it's like, again, seriously, I think I don't know if it was you that brought it up or somebody else on another channel, but it's like, why do they have this beast on their planet that they're invading to throw people down? And like, just seems like all too much for nothing.
Well, if
Just-
we're talking about bad Imperial engineering too, I mean those stormtroopers and or those Imperial officers in Episode 4, they couldn't even get a goddamn rail in the Death Star. So,
Oh God, them.
yeah, they could. So I mean, Imperial engineering.
Well, I mean, dude, all Imperial Stormtrooper armor is useless too. If you watch the movies, one shot, the guy got shot in the arm, he goes down, he's dead. It's just a one-shot thing. It's like, why even fucking wear it? You have no protection from anything.
Exactly.
prediction stones from Ewoks will kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was the only new character I genuinely liked.
Oh my god, it's like if you want to make a Star Wars story about a character, this is the fucking character I want. This guy is awesome.
And you don't keep him in the
That's cool as shit.
let's see. We had a bunch of super chats still. Let's see. Love to Game says, I threw up on my mouth when I first seen how the writers decided how he should get the name Solo. It's disgraceful.
Yes.
Yeah. It very much is. I don't like knowing that much about my heroes. Sometimes mystique is better. Like in GoldenEye, you learn that James Bond's parents were killed in a climbing accident. Like that's 30 years after those movies had started. It was a nice, just a small tidbit. Nothing, over drawn out. Billy Ritchie says, okay, Jeff, time for Solo lobotomy. Damn it. I'm sorry, Billy Ritchie, that you have to get lobotomized. I hope you can recover somehow. Don't forget to keep subscribed to this channel, buddy.
How come he didn't do that in Last Jedi?
You can be a vegetable and
Because-
enjoy world-class bullshitters.
Yeah. Most are.
Yeah.
Oh, look, our other favorite scene. Oh, boy.
Oh, God, the shower between Han and
Oh
Chewie.
boy. Yeah, I said this might be porn. Yeah, and NSFW.
See,
This is just kind of bizarre how they even put this in the movie, but oh well.
does anybody like that scene? Like, oh, yeah, I like that scene where they're in the shower real quick.
And the thing is, that scene for me added so much to the movie. I understand the characters so much better.
Did they think
They were so intimate with each
being-
other. And if you cannot understand my sarcasm right now, God bless you. So
I don't like how they turned Han Solo into Luke Skywalker. How he's young, optimistic. This is his destiny. He wants to get off the planet and see the galaxy. I think they should have just started with him being cynical. And, because to me, this is almost like Kmart Casino Royale. We had to learn about Bond becoming this MI6 agent who gets 007 status, and then becomes this cold, blunt instrument after Vesper betrays him and gets killed. This one, it's like he doesn't get cynical enough, and then they're like, oh, we're going to save that for the sequel, and there will never be a sequel now. So this is just still, like, inconsequential. an inconsequential time in Han Solo's life. It's just like not even worthy of telling the story.
He has to tell us he's going to have a nickname. Haha.
I know, right?
We're telling you. You get it? No?
Chris Wick says, watching Solo via US Netflix, taking one for the team. You're welcome, Jeff. Thoughts on Ansel Elgort playing Han Solo? He looked like Han and Baby Driver. He is not a good choice. Alden Ehrenreich is not a good choice. Nope. Oh, Ansel Elgort. Oh, you meant the kid from Baby Driver. Let me look him up. Let's see.
Can't be any worse than this guy.
Let's see. Ansel Elgort is a Han Solo. I mean, based on this one photo of him in a maroon jacket, he looks more like Harrison Ford in the face. Yeah, I guess so. He would have been a better choice. He's 6'4", so Han Solo should be pretty tall. Let's see. How tall is Alden Ehrenreich? That's actually what I care about. I'm going to guess 3'9" inches.
I'm going to say 5'10".
5'8".
He's 5'9". He's too tiny to be Han Solo.
Look, I would rather see you, Jeff, the Yeti giant that you are, dress up as Han Solo and play it than this guy.
That'd be funny.
If Lucasfilm had called me up and said, Jeff, would you like to play Han Solo? I would have said, yes, I'll take it.
You could play it as Chewie before he went to Craigslist or Weight Watchers.
I'll go to play Chewbacca. I dig it.
So fun fact. I have a basketball signed by Jonas Suotamo, who plays Chewbacca, because he went to Penn State, and that is near where I grew up. And I actually met him at Penn State basketball camp, and he was my team coach. So I attempted to do many layups against Jonas Suotamo, and he blocked my ass every time because he's like 7'3". So I can actually say Chewbacca in there. He's a fucking nice guy. Super nice guy. He's awesome. Like
you've always got awesome stories, Moise.
Yeah, I mean, well, it was shocking. Like whenever I saw it, it's like, oh, Jonas Suotamo is going to be Chewbacca. I'm like, wait a minute. And I looked him up. I'm like, wait, this is the Penn State guy. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, yeah, that was my coach with basketball camp at Penn State. And so I'm just like, son of a bitch. And then I knew I had a basketball signed by a bunch of players, and I like pulled it out. I'm like, son of a bitch, there he is. There's Chewbacca. So I wish it was Peter Mayhew, but we'll do what we can.
No, see, that's the beauty of a character like Chewbacca or R2-D2 or Boba Fett. You can just have anybody play them, especially not even so much Boba Fett, but Chewbacca and other characters. It's just sound effects and anybody in a costume. Like you could lie and say this is Peter Mayhew, and no one would care or know. Like,
exactly, and one thing too that I will shill for Jonas Suotamo, if you follow his social media and all that stuff, he genuinely cares about the character Chewbacca. I mean, he will tweet out like stuff from the OT. He will tweet out things from Peter Mayhew, like him meeting and talking with him. I know at one point he tweeted out that he had a meeting just with Peter Mayhew just to talk about how to play Chewbacca. So, I respect the fuck out of the fact that he, even though he played him in The Last Jedi and most of the way through The Force Awakens when Peter Mayhew couldn't play him, and in this movie, I love that the actor went to the original actor and said, how do I play this character the way that it should be played? And so I think, I have the utmost respect for him for doing that. And that's something, I wish Disney had just for the OT characters as a whole. And the thing is, with the OT characters, you still have Mark Hamill, and you had Harrison Ford, and they did not pay them those same respects.
What do you think of that rumor that Harrison Ford could be in Episode 9? I think it sounds ridiculous.
I was going to say, unless Mike Zero is telling me it's from the future, I'm not going to fucking believe it. So.
Oh, but I've got it for you if you want me to go. Rookie, you know where this is going, and so do you, Brandon. But poor Mr. Jeff and Mr. Kendo do not. So here's what.
Don't torture him.
Spoilers, everyone. So this is what's going to happen. We are going to have Harrison Ford return because, well, why the hell not? Disney has no other idea. This way, Kylo Ren can become Ben Solo again. Throws everything off. Okay, great. And our favorite person in the world, Finn, is going to turn around and decide he loves Rose and go give his undying love for Rose. Yet turns around to find out that her and Ray and Rose are now lesbians because, hey, why not? They're everywhere else. And at the same time, he gets so mad that he kills Rose, which turns Ray extremely evil, and she shoots Thunderbox out of her tuna box and kills him. That's as far as I've gotten written on that part.
Now, what would EVS's reaction be to this?
Yeah, that would be his reaction.
So I had to pass this on because I knew you guys like to laugh. And I mean, it's just one of those, it's still better than Disney Star Wars, and I'm just a fan. So, hey, take it away is all I can say.
What do you guys think of this action scene? I don't think it's terrible, but I don't think it's...
I like
this would work.
I'm not gonna lie, I like this action scene.
I feel like this would work in another movie, but it's just, we know it's just an in-between movie. It's not even really a prequel. It's just, oh, is he going to get hit? No.
No, he's not going to get hit. Exactly.
Yeah,
Rookie,
you know he's not going to die, and I swear to God, I saw this in the first Captain America movie.
I was about to say, but they did it better there. When they just shot at him right now, all of the lasers just hit the ground next to him and then now fly past him. Like, really? Anything?
I mean, I think, Jeff, you've touched on both Jeffs, actually. I have touched on this before, too. You already know that he's going to make it because we already know he has to live, you know, for the OG. So, I mean, it's kind of like, it kind of takes the excitement out because you know nothing bad's going to happen.
And then people would say, well, you would watch James Bond and he never dies in the movies. That's a different story. Each one's a subsequent thing. We literally know where the story goes. With this, it's like, or we know the story goes with this one. The other ones, you never know. It could become a multitude of different things.
We never know when they'd kill Bond, too. I mean, you just never know. It could happen. He could be replaced with somebody else.
Well, they add elements that make it compelling, and with this, like, they could have added elements that made it compelling, but like they kill off this other character here in a sec, and you know, we don't care. We just saw her for a full 2 minutes. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think she needed to die. This scene should have been a little later into the film to care about Woody Harrelson's gang of marauders. Because I mean, you meet him for 25 seconds.
And I didn't even care about the woman dying. I care about the goddamn monkey. That guy.
Yeah, me too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jeff, you got some pretty good super chats rolling in here.
Okay. Let me start reading these because we're getting sidetracked by this movie. So first off, Farty McBooger Pants, thank you very much. My shot glass is ready. Cedar Ridge, Iowa corn whiskey. Who's with me? Cheers. Kendall,
Cheers.
you're not having some Cedar Ridge, Iowa whiskey, but you're drinking.
I have been drinking all day, sir.
Well,
I have some cheap vodka.
Our friend Farty McBooger Pants is joining you.
Well, excellent.
Fantastic.
Fanatics of Film, thank you very, very much. Jeff, did you get a chance to watch the refined version of Kathleen Kennedy sitting in for Porkins? It's called The Franchise. What a blast. NPC edition. Ruin Johnson becomes a gray NPC and says, "You're a white male." No, I have not, but I'm going to watch that as soon as this stream is over. I'm taking a picture of your screen or your super chat. We'll watch it on air.
That's awesome.
We'll watch it together. The Eccentric Artist, thank you very much. Dash Rendar and his kick-ass ship, the Outrider. That is a kick-ass ship. I never had that toy as a kid because if it wasn't in the movie, I didn't want it, and I didn't read novels at 8 years old that, weren't, prescribed by school. The High Recluse Archimaldus, welcome back. That's a name I haven't seen in a while. I activated my free month of Netflix for this. I think I'm dead from embarrassment. Greetings, bullshitters.
They'll do it.
Yeah. At least it's free. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Since you got a month, you better watch The Last Jedi. I can't even finish that joke.
No, don't even.
No, he did.
That's just not even cool.
I feel really bad for this little Star Wars equivalent of Rocket Raccoon.
Wait, did the stormtrooper actually hit its target?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did, unfortunately.
Wow.
The thing is, these characters, we get introduced to them. They die relatively quick, and their deaths are completely meaningless because they just dump the cargo.
Yeah. Can we get another timestamp just for everybody here?
Yeah, we are at the 35-minute, 45-second mark.
All right, there we go, everybody.
Did you guys like when he got his blaster? I thought it was just pointless that Han
Yeah.
Solo.
Same
Yeah,
here.
it's like
His ammo belt is when he got his blaster. He got all this. It's like, dude, can you do anything yourself? Like, at all? Customize it? Anything? Just give it to me. Okay, cool. That's.
Well, I don't even find it nitpicking because to Han Solo, it's just a tool. He doesn't regard that gun like he does the Falcon because he has a different gun between Empire and the New Hope. So it's like,
and the thing is, you know what would be cool? So the monkey guy, I don't know his name, but
we'll just call him Monkey Man.
Yeah, we'll call him
Bananas.
The Monkey Man is dying at this point. What would be fucking awesome? Say it was Monkey Man's blaster, and as he's dying, he tosses it over to Han. He's like, "Hey, this is yours, kid," and then he gives him control not only of his blaster but of the ship, as he just died. So
it would have had more meaning, but I mean,
it's like that would have been awesome instead of just like, I'm going to deconstruct a rifle.
But they're looking for this whole father-son Han Solo Tobias Beckett thing, and I just don't think that really worked. I mean, a lot of these characters, be it Han Solo, just any guy character, you don't really want to see. You want to see them in their prime, not when they suck. John McClane failing as a New York City cop wouldn't be an interesting film. But when you watch him take down 30 terrorists at a Christmas Eve party at Nakatomi Plaza, it's one of the greatest movies of all time. So you just got to get these characters in an interesting position.
Well, soy wars it is, my friend. I mean, we can't have strong males, for the love of God. It's not allowed.
Well, look, the thing is, too, the women aren't even that well written.
No, I mean, it completely sucks.
I would call her.
There's no doubt about that.
I would call Val probably the most inoffensive female Star Wars character in Disney. Enfys Nest is really nothing. Jyn Erso is okay for the most part, but the other ones from the sequel trilogy proper are just useless characters.
Garbage.
The thing is, and also Jyn Erso had a true purpose. Like her purpose
To die.
was to get the goddamn. Yeah. Well, I mean, to die, but she had a mission to get the goddamn Death Star plans, and she succeeded in doing so. And it was like, okay, we know she's going to die, but she had a true meaning, like why her character was created. She went through a shitty situation. She watched her father die, and it was like revenge for her. So that, it's like she had a purpose. And, and the shit we're seeing in the sequels, it's like, okay, you're all of a sudden also powerful, but, what's your purpose? Your purpose is to be just fucking all powerful, emperor style powerful. But, other than that, that's about it. You're just going to run the galaxy, I guess. But what trials and tribulations have you gone through? Oh, fucking nothing. You just have everything fucking handed to you in a goddamn silver platter.
Yeah.
Sorry,
we're not getting it now because the shit just blew up.
Yep. And let's see. Dakara, thank you very much. Wake me up for the ending. You got it, D. We'll wake you up, no problem. Chapter Master Dante says, is it weird if I own the Dash Rendar action figure and the Outrider, but no Solo stuff? No, not weird at all.
No.
When I was a kid, I used to have Chewbacca with a flat top, but no regular Chewbacca for a little bit, so...
Is it bad that I didn't realize that one character died?
Who? The monkey man? Rio?
No, the monkey. I knew the monkey man died.
Captain Bananas.
Yeah, Val. I didn't realize
her
died. Yeah. So I guess that shows the average fan's interest in this movie.
You know what would be amazing and a way to get everyone's attention back is just have the Guardians crossover with Star Wars.
Yes, that would work.
Just at this point, it's like, stop worrying about conventional wisdom and shit like that. That means Star Wars is part of our universe. Well, guess what? It already is, because in E.T., he dresses up as Yoda, and the E.T. creatures are in Phantom Menace, so it's already tied together. So why not? Fuck it. Who cares? I mean, instead of giving us boring shit, like, oh, Star-Lord and Han Solo met. That's kind of cool.
This whole scene
2019 for world-class bullshitters. You got to pay Jeff for this idea, because you know damn well they're going to steal it.
That's right. Gamora can show up in shithouse Ray. It'd be great.
Proper Jeremy says, hello there. How's the comic going? It is going. I've been getting pages done, and Kendo has seen more than you guys. Because, Kendo's in it.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's called privilege. My white male privilege.
If there's a part of that comic book that has some sort of water, I will consider that a cameo appearance.
There is. So congratulations, you made the
There
cut,
you
my
go.
friend.
Cameo appearance.
I think you're on like page 3.
All right.
Well, that's all right.
If it's just like a frosted opening or something, awesome.
Let's see.
Any...
Ricky Critic also says, Proper Jeremy, go away. JK, fist bump, bro.
He keeps on going on a lot of live streams that I'm on or something. We'll be on the same live stream or we'll be watching one, and he's always there. So it's a little inside joke.
Megatron95 says, these Game of Thrones actors need to stop appearing in these Star Wars films. They don't make these films any better. They make them seem dull.
I agree.
Who else is in, besides what's-her-face, Emilia Clarke, who else is in Game of Thrones?
I think she's in this movie, she's the only one.
Khaleesi.
Yeah, Khaleesi. Yeah, Emilia Clarke.
That's Emilia Clarke.
And then the one that plays Phasma.
But DB Wise.
Oh, yeah, Captain Phasma.
Gwendolyn Christensen or something, or whatever.
So that's 2. That's the only 2 I can think of.
Well,
I like Emilia Clarke enough. I mean, I think she's pretty.
She's the reason I watched this movie. I mean, no, I know DB Weiss and DB Benninghoff had that deal to create a Star Wars trilogy or movie, and they are the writers and directors of the Game of Thrones HBO series. So I guess that maybe they're referring to that. However, big time Game of Thrones fans. So if DB Weiss and DB Benninghoff are going to put out a Star Wars thing, provided it gets contaminated by Kathleen Kennedy and the soy, which it probably will be. But if it's not, I would totally watch it. If it is, then I will hesitantly avoid it as much as possible.
Well, just wait until tomorrow. Like I said, I really got a big news story. And it'll pretty much answer every question. And like I said, this isn't speculation at all. It's just straight up facts and figures that no one can deny. And it's exciting. I'll tell you off air. How's that?
Swerve, bro. It's actually a playoff round.
This is why you follow world-class bullshitters, folks.
Jeff does his homework and provides proof, unlike so many of our good old fake news stories. But Jeff doesn't want to lead his fans wrong because Jeff cares about his fans, his community, not to mention his awesome channel that we all part of one way or another.
If only Kendo could be proud of the quality content we produce.
Yep, not having any of that.
Well, you got to have a crazy drunk uncle, right? I mean, that's
true.
That's who Kendo is, our crazy drunk uncle. You've already got a crazy super fan with 16 wiener dogs. I mean, shit, you got to have a crazy drunk uncle somewhere.
And he's moist.
Let's see. This is not like the Cantina scene, but whatever.
Yeah, not good.
They got my favorite creatures, the Decrini, those people with the half heads, and the other half is like a robot. I love those things. I think those are neat looking. Got some Twi'leks.
Yeah, this might be porn.
There she is.
I mean, she's not ugly.
Kira!
Khaleesi!
Jeff, can we get another timestamp for everybody in the chat?
Sure, we are at the 44-minute. Just put yourself to 45 minutes, folks.
Jesus Christ, this is longer the second time around.
You're just not drunk enough yet, Uncle Kendo.
Well.
Jeff, that was not just a timestamp for the chat. That was also a timestamp for myself. So
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I had to turn the subtitles on.
Oh, okay. Marefti Aline says, sup, guys. Sup, Marefti Aline. Thank you very much. Bruce Lombardo, new name, welcome. In the EU, the Empire is excessively xenophobic. That was a discussion for earlier when we were talking about the lack of stormtrooper armor diversity.
Well, yeah, they're supposed to be spotsies.
Yeah. And see, that's a nice analogy for that. You know, we're coming. What is that? 32 years post World War II. All that stuff. It worked. Nowadays, it just feels weird. Not even the whole Nazi analogy that the Empire lost. We're supposed to believe the New Order came into power. How? Oh, you got to watch Star Wars Resistance.
Space magic.
Yeah. There's just too many questions to try. In an attempt to capture the original trilogy, they created nothing of value. And like I said, just come back tomorrow for confirmation of all that.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah.
Liquor Jim says, I can't monetarily support Lucasfilm in any way, even renting for a watch party. You guys get my money instead. Well, thank you, Liquor Jim. We are a much better investment than Lucasfilm, guaranteed.
Goddamn right it is.
Sire J. Longstroke says, I enjoy the anthology movies more than the sequels. I do too.
Yeah.
I would rank these not above any of the originals or the prequels. Yeah, I'd rather watch those. But then I'd rank Rogue One, then Solo, then, I don't know, 7 and 8 both suck to me.
Mm-hmm. You hand me Solo and Rogue One and say, would you rather watch this or episode 7 and 8? I'm taking Rogue One and Solo. And I found both those movies extremely dull.
So, I mean, would that count, right?
Which cartoon?
Giggles. You know, my brain's not working. I can't remember. The one that came after Clone Wars.
Oh, Rebels?
There you go. Thank you. Sorry, man. I couldn't remember the name, but that's technically Disney.
That's true. That is technically Disney. I've only seen one episode, and it was where Darth Vader appeared, and then I turned it off because I was like, I got to go somewhere.
I think I'd still rather watch the cartoons, though, than, you know, The Last Abortion or The Farce Awakens.
I'm with you.
I watched YouTube highlights of what happened in Rebels, and I watched the episode where, spoilers, Darth Vader faces Ahsoka, and they both fight, and she gets to Darth Vader. She actually cuts off half of Darth Vader's mask, and she's like, Anakin, and Darth Vader looks at her like, oh my God, like, I know Anakin, like, I am Anakin. And then it ends with him saying, you know, it's like, well, if you're going to face me, you will die.
When he also makes it like, you're part of what made me like this. He's like, you know, where were you, huh?
Exactly. That's exactly. And
left.
That's guilt on her for her character, which was pretty decent. Rebels has decent moments, but it's not worth watching the whole show, really.
It's like, look for the highlights. And then,
Obi-Wan and Darth Maul.
Yeah. Oh, and if you look at that, Obi-Wan had the high ground by at least 2 degrees. So
minimum. Yeah.
High ground.
Look at your local meme factory for that. You'll find it.
Let's see. Rhino4563, thank you very much. This didn't feel like a Star Wars movie, and it just isn't Han Solo. The planet had resistance movement, and Beckett's crew were just trying to rob fuel. It doesn't feel like Star Wars.
No,
what do you think
not
it
at
feels
all.
like?
Chase movie.
Not Star Wars enough. # definitely not Han Solo enough.
There's just no coolness to it.
It was just like a sci-fi film.
I mean, honestly, if they didn't call it Star Wars or Solo or something, this would be like a pretty decent one to have on the TV. Like, oh, hey, look, this is on. And
I mean, I would bump it up a couple more if it, like I said, for a sci-fi movie, it's kind of entertaining. It's got good parts. If you take the Star Wars out of it completely, I would give it at least a 7. You know, because it is entertaining. There are good parts, like you said. It hasn't shit the bed yet, but because we know what is to come and it's supposed to tie in with, I mean, you know, I think I'd rather go pick up what the dogs leave.
Yeah, Jeff and Kendo, if I may pull Cecil and interject, no, I completely agree. Like right up to this point, like it's at least a 6 or 7 out of 10. You know, if I'm turning my mind off, I'm just like, oh, this is just like, you know, a chase movie. You know, they're trying to steal some energy, trying to steal some fuel. Oh wait, what did we see in The Last Jedi? Oh, you're trying to fucking steal fuel and like get fuel to get away. So everything in Star Wars Disney apparently is a chase scene now, but disregarding that context, I would, you know, the movie so far, I'm just like, oh, you know, they're just trying to get away. He's trying to cut a deal so I can get away and hopefully pull my loved one with me. You know, right now I'm saying it's a 6 or 7 out of 10, but then we're gonna tank here shortly.
I think he's trying too hard here in this scene. Alden Ehrenreich. This is where to me it starts to turtle head a little bit. He is not.
Mm-hmm.
He is not Han Solo. Like truly not Han Solo.
He's so outshined too. I mean, look at the actors he's up against on top of it.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson's class act.
Well, he's basically the guy tagging along. He's not even a main point. He's just hey, I'm going to bring a guy on, and that's Han Solo right here.
Well, and also I think whenever you see the interactions between Emilia Clarke and Alden Ehrenreich, Emilia Clarke owns the fuck out of Alden Ehrenreich. In my opinion, like she owns him.
Well, her acting's better too in general. So
yeah,
exactly.
she outshines him big time.
And it's supposed to be his movie.
Yeah.
And
now, what do you guys think of Paul Bettany as this villain?
Oh, I love Vision.
Vision.
I like it. I like it. I'm not gonna say I like it.
I'm glad he's in it. I mean, he's not horrible. He got a decent cast. So
that's what I mean.
I like his
big stars compared to teeny tiny little man that's supposed to be Harrison Ford. It's just written to fail.
How tall is Harrison Ford? Let me look that up.
I think Bettany's character would have been better if he had like some type of cyborg parts or was part something else. He's just a regular human with a few scars and has weird weapons. I mean, I don't know. It could have been more clever, creative.
Harrison Ford is 6'1", so...
Oh, dang.
Yeah, Alden Ehrenreich is too short.
Here's everybody's third favorite part, Pando.
Okay.
Before we get to L337.
If you're for droids rights, let's drop a D in the chat. Type D if you are for droids rights, and I'm anxious to see how many D's are dropped.
Hey Jeff.
Hey Kendo.
Were you gonna say this movie shits the bed when L337 shows up? Because that's what I was gonna say. Okay, cool. We're on the same wavelength then, bud.
I will give Dong Lover credit. I thought his voice for Lando was interesting. Like I like to listen to him talk. I just don't like to watch him act.
No.
There's not as many D's in the chat as I thought there'd be, Moist.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit about the droid, right?
I wanted no D's in the chat.
Like
so that's exactly what I was hoping for.
Like no D, FFF, nope.
Good. Yes, please drop the F's. No
F
D.
for donk.
Droids are appliances. My refrigerator has no rights.
Yes. It will stay as a slave. If it moves on its own, that's not good. No.
Yes. My appliances have no rights, although I reserve the right to bust the shit out of them if they stop working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a machine, man. Nobody's
right.
feelings were hurt.
Nope.
6 turning 4 burning. Thank you very, very much. Just found out that Roland Emmerich is making a movie called Midway for a November release. It's about a major World War II naval battle, and it's the same name. It has Woody Harrelson. Sorry, it has Woody, Luke Evans, Patrick Wilson, Ed Scarron, and a ship named Enterprise.
Oh damn! No, the USS Enterprise. Yes.
That's going to be a much better movie than this. I guarantee it.
Yes. Yeah. No, I completely agree. Knowing the history of the USS Enterprise, no, that'll be.
I'm already more interested in that movie than this one.
Well, Patrick Wilson did a damn good job in Aquaman, so I'm kind of like, yeah, Patrick Wilson. I'm back on the Patrick Wilson train.
Awesome.
Good point. I will admit that this scene here does feel Star Warsy, but just the L3 part, of course, ruins that.
Yeah. The cape, the L3, they just put too. They could have left all that out, and it would have made it better.
Yeah, one thing I think they do a good job showing the relationship between Han and Lando, where it's like, it's all gambling and it's all like I'm trying to make the best for myself. I don't give two shits what you are trying to do. I think it does a good job of that. Where it fucked up going up to the release was whenever they're just like, Pando's trying to get with Han and shit like that. It was like, well, clearly we have not seen any instance of that in the film. and we will not see any instance of that in the film.
Well,
So
if Disney's smart, they won't let these stupid writers make up bullshit. And I'm not just saying Jonathan Kasdan, but you had all these media outlets, we call them the shills, they constantly backed what Jonathan Kasdan said, and they acted like it was this great progressive thing. And people were like, what the fuck? Han Solo and Lando Calrissian in a relationship? No. And they didn't go see the movie. There are so many reasons why people didn't see this. And it wasn't, just because of, one or two things. It was a multitude of things that kept coming up over and over and over again. And
well, Jeff, it's all your fault. You're a white man that cries and whines and lives in your mama's basement because you didn't like The Last Jedi. So that's why.
Let me fall into that narrative.
Yeah. That's not really true.
No, not at all. I mean, not at all. None of it's true. It's all bullshit. But it's just the whole point of it. In their eyes, you are. And then when they would meet you, their jaws would hit the ground and they wouldn't know what to say. They'd be like, yeah, we got a Wookiee. His name is Jeff Hicks. Even better. So shut up. We just didn't like the movie. Just because we didn't like the movie doesn't mean that all the stuff you guys are telling us is the fact. The fact is, if you're going to write a movie, you don't have to add all that bullshit in it. And yet by doing that, everybody did turn their new, like you said, there was many reasons, not just one or two, but yeah, I don't want to hear that Lando now, the coolest guy on the planet next to Harrison Ford, Han Solo from the original, now he's wanting to sleep with him and fucking toaster ovens. Are you kidding me?
I got to give this movie credit too.
I never would have thought of any of that, and it's not needed. Not needed.
And people say, it's to make it more modern. No, you want to make something new like that? Fine. But this isn't that. This is Star Wars. It exists. It's already a thing. And,
there we go.
Here next, Battlestar Galactica was
if you
sexual Cylons.
If you ain't woke, get the fuck out here right now.
Well, I got to say, I do like how they keep calling him Han. And he's like, it's Han. I thought that was a nice callback that nobody really talks about.
That was a good catch.
They're like, why are they calling? Because in the Empire Strikes Back, he's like, Han. There's still a chance to save Han, and then everybody else calls him Han for the rest of the movie. I think it's a mistake, but it's the Empire Strikes Back. Nobody talks about it.
Yep. Yeah. Is it Han? Is it Han? Who knows? And that's the best part of it.
It's Han Solo because he introduces himself that way. You know how to say your own name. That'd be like if Kendo's like, my name's Kenny. I'm like, you mean Keeny? He was like, no, Kenny.
Kenny.
Let me catch up on these last couple of super chats. First off, from DeMille Jr., thank you very much. Why would Phasma be threatened by a blaster in The Force Awakens if her armor can deflect blaster fire in The Last Jedi? She's a
good
clone.
Question.
Great storytelling.
Raiders of the Lost Flicks, thank you very much. By the way, I joined that Facebook group, so I've seen a lot of familiar names in there. Remember The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? Yes.
Yes.
This is like making a movie about how Clint Eastwood's character got his gun, his poncho, and why he smokes cigars. Just why?
That's a very good question because I've watched many of those Man with No Name Western movies. I own them as well. And at no point did I ever think, man, I wonder where Clint Eastwood's character got all that shit. Didn't care. That never once crossed my mind any of the times I've watched that movie.
Not essential to the movie or the character at all, really, to know where it happened. Know where it came
Not
from.
at all. One thing they did say here about how he killed Aura Singh, who's a bounty hunter from the prequel era, I thought that was a cool callback too.
That's good. Yeah, they do their callbacks, yes, to try to get us to go. I remember, and hope that we'll like it.
And now the movie has shit the bed.
I will say this:
yeah,
watching the movie in theaters.
There's our
I was watching it.
There's our droid.
When they referred to her, and they're like, "Yeah, that's L337." I was like, "L337."
Wait a minute, Kendo. Did you assume a gender?
It's a fucking robot, and so
I think you assumed the gender. So
audibly in the theater, I even said L3 Leet. Oh, go fuck yourself! And the person like sitting a row in front of me kind of looked up at me like, "Huh?" Like,
Did you see that was Clint Howard?
See, you guys, this
It could have been.
No, that's Clint Howard right there.
L337 is the person. It's like, hey, we're at a party. We're all drinking or whatever. We're having a good time. L337 is that one person at the party is like, oh no, this is getting too out of control. I need to call the cops. Boom.
See,
I think it's where you got the white girl wasted that's about to take off her top, and then she's the one that stops her from taking off her top and showing us, her titties.
What an analogy!
Yeah.
I think it would have been kind of funny if they replaced her with a gonk droid that could speak, going, droid rights, freedom. It can't do anything. It's just yelling. Like, shut up.
L337 is my college RA. She was very annoying and
Yep.
didn't want to have any fun.
Fuck yes, I completely agree with you. Yes, no, off air I will talk to you about that. Yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it. I couldn't. There are a couple RAs, and this chick from freshman year. Oh, dude, if I had to see her in public, I would just be like, "All right, bye," and I would just walk right by.
Jeff, off air. Yes, I will talk to you about that.
Dude, why would it even say I can't perform with people looking at me? It's a droid. Just do its job.
It's trying to be funny, but this movie's fucking not funny.
It's a goddamn droid.
Well, it's like, and they go, it's for kids. Look at the penis thing. Like, really? I don't know.
This is just very poorly conceived right
Well,
now.
everybody here in the chat, hope you are ready for a mentally stimulating ride that we have within the next hour. Because
Oh god, is there still an hour left?
at least.
I feel like nothing's happened in the film yet.
All I can say is being here with Jeff Hicks, being here with Kendall Slice, along with the rookie critic and Master Moist, makes this movie so much more entertaining.
Because we're not even watching it. We're just talking about shit.
I randomly here's where we go. I randomly look at it. I'm just like, oh, here's where we're at, and then I talk. So
Yeah.
So you guys pretty much, well, at least Brandon, you know my setup. So it's really weird because I've got the Mac to my left. I'm sitting in my chair next to where the bar is, which Kendall, you've seen the bar before, and the TV's to the right. So I am actually, and I only got one eye. So I'm actually watching this while listening to you guys, still catching the chat. But this is still more fun going this way than it was watching the movie, allegedly on illegally.
Let's see. Lokio7 says Solo is the Domino's pizza equivalent of a Star Wars movie. It's fast, cheap, and oddly satisfying at times, but after it's over, gives you chronic diarrhea.
Yeah. No. Jeff, I saw that super chat and I about shit myself seeing that.
I really dig the Domino's pizza equivalent. It really is like the Domino's
pizza. It is. Because Domino's, when you order it, is awesome. But then later on, you're just like, oh, damn.
What is this?
That cheese bread, though. Oh.
Yeah. No, there's some things about Domino's that you can't beat. But then later on, you're just like, son of a bitch.
When I was in college.
It's like Chipotle then.
Yeah.
I love Chipotle.
Yeah, oh, I know, but there's a meaning behind that we'll tell you afterwards.
Oh, okay. If it makes me hate Chipotle, I'm gonna be really pissed.
No, sir, but it's gonna make you laugh and giggle, and that's my job, is making you laugh and giggle.
I'll admit right here, they do make the Millennium Falcon look okay. I'm not saying it looks one, but I like the lighting in it.
Oh God, but we had that.
I know that. And now the women time. Yeah. Oh, great. I'm glad it's muted right here. I'm not watching it with sound. So.
Oh, I'm watching with subtitles. That's just as bad.
Her voice is annoying. It's the shittiest robot ever.
I might be a stupid robot, but I know that Dog Lover wants to stick it in me really hard.
What if it had a deep voice, like droid rights, and I like him, or something? Let's see, a deeper voice. That might be funnier. I don't know. But they had to make
337.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny because it gets stuck in the Falcon and it just makes C-3PO going, I don't know where your ship learned to talk, even more funny.
They do give this character the worst fate ever.
Yep.
Yeah. See, has he ever been in Lightspeed? He looks like he's never been in Lightspeed right here. He's like, wow, what is this?
I don't like him smiling all the time.
Yeah.
This is a nice throwback to the Jarek table.
Yes.
If they had this and a few other things, that'd be fine. But if every single thing they put in here is supposed to be a throwback.
It makes me wonder how Han Solo fucked this ship up so quickly.
Why was it like less than 20 years? It's like what 15 years after the point in Empire.
I don't even think it's 15 years.
Well, I mean, if you don't keep up on the housekeeping, it goes to shit pretty quick.
Well, I mean, if we're going off of how the other two Star Wars movies went, it was a day. So, there you go.
True. Very true. It is like a weekend at Ray's thing. So
Weekend at Ray's. Oh, no.
there's that Cloud City cape.
Have you ever made love in a closet before? You're about to, maybe.
Yeah.
I like your Han Solo Alden Ehrenreich voice. It kind of sounds like him. What do you guys think of the Han Solo costume in this?
Indifferent.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't dislike. I have the
I
action.
don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm just like, yeah, it's there.
I mean, I'm glad they didn't put him in the same clothes as he is in the OT because that would be really dumb.
Yeah,
At least
Yeah, I like the idea of it being different, Rookie. I think, big time, because he says this, however many years before he's, hashtag the real Han Solo. Thank God they didn't ruin that.
At least they didn't give him rocker hair either, like really long hair to go, oh, it's just his phase days, and now he's cool. Like, at least they
I
didn't do
personally
that.
would have liked if his shirt was a little lighter, but whatever. I do like the brown jacket though; it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, I've isolated the flex power coupling.
Do they have actual coat hangers in this universe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Apparently,
Dad, we were in the closet. What do you mean you want to know what I'm doing? What do
I'd
you
say Bruce Lombardo says they have money. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they have money.
Woody Harrelson, Space Cock Block. Kendo, that's our next comic book.
I'm in.
Hello.
Let me catch up on these these super chats because it says Bruce Lombardo says West End Games RPG shouldn't be EU. Do you guys know what that means?
I have no idea.
No, I don't know it.
If
Unfortunately,
it's a Star Wars RPG element, I've never
Oh,
played it.
it's
I
a
did.
role-playing thing. I do not understand. I'm sorry.
Bruce also says Peter M. Schweighofer should be writing scripts. Do you guys know who that is?
No, but it sounds like a fake name that would do better than what they've done so far. So, makes
Let's
sense.
see. Peter M. Is he a real person? Dude.
Well, L3.
Oh, he's a writer designer he's a real
such
person.
an integral part to this story. Oh my god, I cannot wait to see what she does next.
Equal rights. Fuck off.
That's a lot of sarcasm right there.
If she said a sandwich or something, that could have been a little funny. Like, hey, do you need anything? A sandwich. That'd be a better joke than equal rights, but yeah.
Okay, so this guy that he's recommending is actually legit. He's on Wikipedia. He's worked on a lot of stuff. So it looks like our friend Bruce is hardcore deep into the Star Wars lore. Because this guy's written stuff like Kraken's Rebel Operatives, Platt's Starport Guide, Galaxy Guide 12, all kinds of shit. Star Wars, the role-playing game 2nd edition, Instant Adventures, the Force Unleashed campaign guide. So this the dude had 14 years of Star Wars tenure and a lot of stuff. Wow, okay, he's written a lot of articles.
Oh boy, the girl talk time.
Chapter Master Dante says, "Long live Femputer." If long live if you mean by like you're getting shot up, I'm down with that. Midwest movie reviews. Thank you very much. Why did Han and Leia separate? When she wanted intimacy, she always had to go to Solo. Thanks for the Solo hangout. Masturbation joke aside, you're very welcome for that, Midwest movie reviewers. I don't know what to say to that. You got me. I'm still getting over my cold. Bruce Lombardo says, after this, can we watch Suburban Sasquatch? The hell's Suburban Sasquatch? Do you guys know what that is?
Nope.
No idea, but I'm interested.
It sounds better than this. But then
Are
again,
we all ready?
so
Are we ready to make the Kessel Run?
Okay, Suburban Sasquatch is oh my god. I do want to watch this movie. I'm going to send a picture to Kendo.
I'm trying to think of Sasquatch in the Hood when it says suburbs or something.
Here we go. The spiced minds of Kessel smashed into who knows what. So I don't really love the Falcon in this movie. I know they got to make it look different, and I get it. I understand that completely. I just am not sold on the way they lengthened the mandibles in the front. There's just something I don't dig about it.
I'm kind of tired of seeing the Falcon by now, honestly. Just always on the screen, always the main ship.
It should have blown up with Han Solo and Chewbacca in Episode 7. If they had to die, they should have went out with a blaze of glory.
yes, agreed.
I agree. Well, it's like they could have other ships be iconic, but they don't. They just have this one. Like I know in Knights of the Republic, the Ebon Hawk. I mean, it wasn't the best looking ship, but it was iconic, memorable, easy.
Oh
easy
God, we have to watch this.
Agreed.
Oh, the Hawk joke, yes.
Suburban Sasquatch. I'm 100% in now.
I do love how Lando's Return of the Jedi costume just so happened to be on the ship.
Oh, of course.
And then you got these guys that look like the cloud car pilots rolling up in the yellow.
This is how they want Disney fans' future to be.
I think, Jeff, you said it best when you said, let the past die. Oh, shit, we fucked up. It's time to bring the past back.
They need that money, bro. Bruce Lombardo says, okay, we already read that one. Observer Dude says, apparently after Solo bombed, Ron Howard suggested Star Wars go back to formula. Kathleen Kennedy grabbed him and said, back to formula? Oh, I love any Spider-Man reference. Thank you very much, Observer Dude. Megatron 95 says, I'd give my right arm to have Star Wars 1313 video game be revived right now. Well, don't give up your arm, because I have a feeling that shit's going to happen sooner than later.
Yeah, you might need to play the game on top of it.
Say, give up your foot so you can at least play your hands with your thumbs. So
Yeah, Phil lives like that. It's cool.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to give up something, give up, I don't know, a toe?
or make your friend give up his arm so you can both still play. But as long as it's not the same arm, opposite arm, so you can still play a video game together.
And then our friend, the Rookie Critic, who's here in the chat, thank you very much. Sub to the Moist, the Super Fan, and the Rookster. The Rookster. What you gonna do, brother, when the Rookster runs around?
In the house, yes.
Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
Well, we tell them to sub to you, but I mean, hell, they're already here. So they,
I mean,
I'm pretty sure
everybody in the world, you guys.
And if not, then I don't know what's wrong with them, because this is still the best damn show on YouTube.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
We want to beat the Joe Rogan experience.
And I will argue with anyone and debate with anyone when it comes to, I guarantee you.
Can we appreciate that Chewbacca actually ripped the arms off of someone?
Finally.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Well, that would have been funnier if he did that after losing a game of something, just like, and then rips their arms off.
Especially if it was L337, that'd have been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need those. This scene's not horrible.
No.
It's not horrible. That's the best I can say.
It's one of the better scenes in the movie. I mean, it could be way worse.
I mean, I am actually kind of annoyed with the Lando or with the Return of the Jedi, like helmet and stuff here. It's like, just really, do you need? Can you be more original? Like, make a new iconic costume or something. No, just copy another one. Kind of how I feel with it.
Yeah, makes me remind. I think I've seen this before. Oh wait, yeah, I have. Rip off.
The droid really thinks that they're just there against their will.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like Canto Bite all over again, only with a droid. Thank God it's as small as it is. But what I was saying is, I guarantee you, Mr. Jeff Hicks is doing with stealing Solo is going to be way more creative than anything Disney has produced yet.
I can tell you that that's true.
By the way, that is the second comic book I've ever bought because I've never read one yet, and bought EBS's Cyber Frog, and I was amongst those who thought that they still make comic books. Like, I was like, that's an ancient thing, right? Oh no, they make it, and it's now there's this war field of Comicsgate and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh shit!
And I love you for it, Rookie. I really, really do. As a super fan, when you've told that story, and you were man, it's so great. When you're like, man, that's it, I'm in. And that was the thing. I haven't bought a book in over 20 years, but I heard Jeff talk about it, and that's when I jumped in. I don't know, 9,000 times, but
well, it's a very relatable story that he's telling too with stealing Solo. It's like that's what we'd love to do, right? It's like, come on, you could put yourselves in the shoes easily with his story.
I mean, everybody listening, you guys know who Jeff is. You know who Kendo is. Well, if you don't, I'm sorry, but you should know our crazy drunk Uncle Kendo. If you don't know who these guys are, I don't know why you're here. But I did get blessed with meeting Nick Utan as well as Dion Green, who is awesome, and Angry Mad Dad Dion is awesome. Even Brian Lape and all these young men are awesome because I'm the oldest one in here, oddly enough. Yeah. My kids are most of your guys' age, but it's okay. And they meet them if you have a chance wherever they're at when they're doing an event. They will take the time to talk to you. How they are on the air is exactly how they are in real life. They are not fake at all. And I know it made my birthday fabulous. And I will be here until the good Lord takes me and I'm no longer on this earth. And even then, I'm going to haunt your ass. So prepared, my friend.
Superfan.
Kendo, we never need to get advertising for this channel. We got Superfan Adam Shawhan.
Yeah, the only thing I disagree with is when he said Lape was great too.
Well, I was just going to cut it and be like, let's not push it.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's dial back the Lape praise just for a moment here.
But come on, it was pretty funny. He got in trouble for really not doing much with his phone. That was hilarious.
Yeah,
well, they wouldn't let him buy beer because he wasn't old enough.
Well, there was that. Oh god, they have because he didn't have his ID with him.
You were pissed.
I was because I walked all that way with him and his damn little phone mappy thing trying to tell us where to go, and I kept saying, I think we should just go straight ahead this way because we're at the hotel and it's telling us to go there. We go straight ahead there. No, we got to cut down here, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh. It was aggravating. We walked like 12 extra blocks.
It was Channel Dad doing what a Channel Dad does best, fucking shit up.
Yeah. And then he didn't have his fucking wallet with him and his ID, so the lady wouldn't sell him beer. Even though he's 50.
Yeah, I know. He's older than I am. That's the funny part. But it's hilarious, to say the least, that happens to you guys. And then you get these great stories that you get to tell all the fans.
Yeah. And then I went back in, buy it in his stead, and she wouldn't sell it to me on the grounds of he didn't really have his ID, and I fucking went off on her.
As well you should, my friend.
I was like, he is 50 fucking years old. You don't need to see his ID. Well, it's company policy. We have to ID everybody. I'm like, oh, go fuck yourself and stormed out of there.
Hashtag Kendo Slice did nothing wrong.
I want to say that was in Indianapolis at Horror Hound. I think it was a CVS.
Yeah, well, we'll never go back and patronize CVS pharmacies.
No, Rite Aid or die.
Yeah. I mean, I'm cool with Walgreens.
Well, I want to go to a Rite Aid because that's where Goldberg the goalie likes to shoplift.
Oh, yeah.
I'd
like to help that dude out.
I say Brandon Moist and Adam Shawhan are the best hype men around here in our little fandom. They are brilliant. Last night on the Moistcast, or was it Friday? Yeah, Friday Moistcast. Brilliant introductions to everybody that came in, even like right as he's doing the intros to somebody else. He shifts seamlessly to the next one, hyping them up. Freaking awesome.
Should I give a sample intro?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I'll give you one here. Coming to us from the Rookie Critic Corner is a man who claims to be a rookie critic, but he is at least a sophomore critic. He has thrown out at least 3 videos in his trilogy, one of which is 58 minutes long, that deems him at minimum at least a sophomore critic, but it is the one, the only, the rookie critic.
Nice.
Whose video is still better than anything Ryan Johnson has ever created, along with Disney Star Wars.
How does this other
with future Star Wars content?
How does this Wookiee look like something out of Planet of the Apes?
I was about to say that.
Well, and that Wookiee is Chewbacca.
Well, that's the next crossover, man. Planet of the Apes.
Oh, here we go. Favorite part of the movie coming up here right now.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun,
This
dun,
is the best part of Disney Star Wars in general.
Let's go.
Guess
And-
what?
dun, die. Death. 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 Death.
I'm only saying Han Solo didn't shoot it.
Yeah.
That would have been great too. It's like, oh, Han Solo got in my way. In the head. No? Okay.
Sorry, I know we're getting quiet for a minute, but we're like anxiously awaiting the best part of this fucking movie.
I was going to start talking more, but I kind of want to wait until the droid dies.
Here we go. Oh!
There we go.
There, yeah.
Yes!
Yes.
And I
And it
thought
wasn't
they
just like
smelled
one
bad
shot. It
on
was
the
pretty
outside.
violent too.
Woo! So I'm very excited.
See, and it's like, this would make more sense if like 3PO got shot at some point and Luke is like, no, what the heck? My droid. Or R2
I was
or
more
something.
upset everyone C-3PO lost his arm fighting the the sand people.
What we just saw was Lando saying, "Oh no, my fuck doll." Fuck.
I've got nowhere to put it now.
How are we supposed to take this scene seriously? Seriously, come on, guys.
Droid. Yes.
Random pirate man, thank you. This has got to be a comedy, right?
Well, it's like they're going to risk their lives for a stupid droid. Like, really? I mean, would they even go back that far for R2?
No, remember,
No.
hurry up, Goldenrod are going to be a permanent resident in Empire Strikes Back. Han would have left C-3PO.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
like,
he's just a fucking robot.
See you later, Chrome Dome. I'm out of
We
here.
can get another one. We can get another one.
Well, I think a lot of people overestimate the importance of the droids because in the first one, they needed what was inside of R2-D2 to destroy the Death Star. After that, R2-D2 is kind of inconsequential for the most part in Empire Strikes Back until the very end when he reads the city's computer and fixes the hyperdrive. And then in Return of the Jedi, he's good for opening the door, and that's about it.
I feel like in the prequels, they tried to make him seem more like a super droid. They're like, oh, look at him fix the ship that, the shields on when they get to Tatooine. And then in the second one, look at him fly over and help out, what's her face? Padme, and put together 3PO again. And then in the third one, fight off a couple of droids. Like, they really tried to make him seem like he's more than what he is, just an astro droid. But, and then BB-8, they did way. They're like, okay, you think R2's cool? Let him take. He took out only 2 droids. Psh, we'll have him take out 50.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
look
you
at
look
this
like
pair
a
of
soccer
testicles
ball.
known as BB-8.
What'd you say, Adam?
Oh, I said, please look at this pair of testicles that is now known as BB-8.
Yep.
That's okay. I got something dirty to tell you guys later because I do it on the stream, but I don't want to push it too far on world class bullshitters.
You keep on making Ronnie streams rated R, man. Age restricted.
That's where I did it at. It's really not that bad, but I do respect this channel.
Well, thank you. Observer Dude says, do you think the Solo movie should have been about Han and Chewbacca going to Kashyyyk, and that's how Han learned their language?
No. I don't know. I don't think so.
I would. Other things would have been better. But I don't think going to Kashyyyk, since we had been there with Episode 3. Like in the end of Return of the Jedi, Han goes like, Chewie and I have gotten into crazier places than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have liked to seen like a Han Chewie adventure, just them, not the gang. I don't need Amelia Clarke and Lando and all these other people. Just a Han and Chewie adventure on a quest for something that pays them a lot of money.
See, now I'd have paid money to see that. That'd have been my Solo movie. Yeah, there you go. See?
Yeah, the characters we wanted to actually watch.
Yeah. Who thought that the fans would want to see that?
Here we go. Here's the musical rehash.
Yeah, why again was the Star Destroyer here? Was it because he defected from the Empire or what? Like what?
Well, I mean, because it's awesome, and the Empire knows all.
Well, it's like
I mean-
even if it was there, why can't they just go past it? But then they send the fighters after them. But it's like, yeah, but why?
Remember
I mean,
Star
at least
Destroyers?
visually, this is cool.
Yeah, visually, yeah, it's pretty good, impressive.
Oh yeah, visually big time. I mean, here's the problem with these movies. Even back to The Last Jedi, there are some very visually good parts, but the movie still sucks.
Yeah, and some of the stuff that some of the visuals that people harp on as being so incredible, when you go back, they're kind of flat, especially that throne room battle on Snoke's
God,
ship.
yes.
It's just a flat red background and a couple artistic slow shots. I mean, give me Luke and Vader fighting in Palpatine's throne room with the shadow. Now that's epic. You know, when Vader's trying to talk to him about sister, so you have a twin sister. Like, there's some depth to those movies, and even the visuals that seem boring to some people have a lot going on, like how Luke's face is half covered in shadow and all that stuff. Those movies are way better on every level.
Oh, I always took it too in Jedi. You're looking at Luke, and it's like, oh, is he turning to the dark side or is he not? You know, as this is going on, so you kind of see him from, you know, his humble beginnings to now I'm a badass Jedi to fighting your father, and you know it's your father. You know, hiding your sister. Then you know you go ape shit when he says, your sister, huh? Well, I'm gonna go turn her." You know, and it's like, "Oh, fuck you, old man! I'm gonna whoop your ass." And then he doesn't kill him, you know. But in the way they shot it, like you said, with the shot, it's like, oh, is Luke now turning evil? Especially after he takes Vader's hand, you're sitting there going, holy shit, is he actually gonna do what the Emperor is? Was this the Emperor's thought the whole time, and it's gonna kill Vader? Of course, pre-EU and everything else, and you know, pre you guys being born.
That is true.
Can we appreciate this moment between Pando and L3?
No.
Okay. All right.
Nope.
No, I will say in a sec when they do have Chewie sit down next to Han, that is a good moment I like, because she's like, I don't know how to pilot, and then he just like, move over, bitch, and then Han and Chewie take the seats, take the lead. I do kind of like that.
Yes.
Yeah, there are, like somebody said earlier, this is the Domino's Pizza of Star Wars movies. But God, I hate when this music plays. This is from The Empire Strikes Back. Don't fucking use this again.
Every time they play every single song, I'm like, I know this song, I know this is Star Wars, but can you give me any new tune? Yeah, I love this part where Chewie's just like, okay, bitch, move over, let me pilot, get out of the way, and then it's those two going. I like that. Big time. But I was gonna say too, with the Snoke's throne room, what would have made that scene better, or not just that one scene where they fight, but just in general, is if the background not being red had like actual stuff on the walls, like maybe hides or weapons or something to give us a little bit of info on his backstory without actually telling us anything, like something you could explore in a video game or something. You can go, oh, he's actually done stuff, instead of just a blank background with a chair in the middle.
Well, they've destroyed any kind of theory or anything they can do about him.
No, I know, but it's like if they at least had that, then we could speculate on something of his backstory without them needing to explain it somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true. I just don't think they had a plan for all this. And like their video games are just basic first-person shooters. You know, Battlefield 2.
Other than Battlefront, what video games did they release? Because I remember there's so many video games for Star Wars, like Battlefront, the original Battlefront 1 and 2, the Force Unleashed, the Lego ones, the Revenge of the Sith, plenty of them
Rogue
around.
Squadron. That was my shit right there.
We've only had like 2 games in the last 10 years. Like, it really.
KOTOR is free on Xbox.
Honestly, if you count Disney, since they bought it, I think only 2 have come out. Battlefront 1 and 2, and that's it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, they used to just pump them out every couple of years, but they'd be good. Like, when they do, they'd be different and good. And now it's just 2 Battlefront ones that are so standard compared to others. Like, really, there's no uniqueness to it at all. I don't know.
And I played the beta of that when it first came out, and I was like, all right, this seems cool. And then they're like, there's no storyline. I'm like, and then so I didn't buy it. And then the second one comes out, and they're like, yeah, this is this convoluted storyline. I'm like, this feels just like the Disney narrative. And then you get the whole gambling thing, and it has been a mess. Like, even if you take the fans out of the equation, the decisions they have made for the last couple of years have just been a mess after a mess. And when the fans call them out, then they attack the fans. It's like, you know, I'm a big fan. I didn't make the fucking games have problems. I didn't make those EA decisions. But, it's always our fault.
Yep. When in doubt, blame the people that try to buy your shit.
Yeah.
I never heard my boss go, you know what? Our problems this week was the customers. Yep. We need to tell us customers, put them in their place.
Can we appreciate right now that L3 is a part of the ship?
Shut up.
That just scares me because that means you know what's next. You know what's coming. He's gonna put his dick in the Falcon.
Yeah.
Or the next one will be about her lesbian relationship with the toaster or something. I don't know.
What I like, though, is that
I would not go anywhere near that exhaust pipe.
Yeah, it'll burn your wiener off.
Yeah.
No, but Kendo, the best part about all this is the character that cries for joy rights is eternally enslaved in a computer and can never get out.
That's a true story. The ironies.
Yeah, I love it. Because she's still in the ship in the original movies because they talk about the peculiar language.
Yeah, feminazi.
I mean, this creature in the clouds isn't horrible either. I mean, I kind of like that they did that, but it just kind of reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean with the Kraken.
You know why I like it? Is because in the old Star Wars classics, which is from... Okay, so back in the day, Marvel had the comic book rights to Star Wars. There was a newspaper strip that was out concurrently. When Han Solo was frozen in carbonite in Empire Strikes Back, the Marvel comics made Lando a hero and introduced new characters, but the newspaper strips went back and told us the time between A New Hope and Empire so they could keep Han Solo around. And there's a story where they fight a giant kraken. It's really cool.
Did they release it?
Yeah, boy.
And I mean, this sequence too isn't the worst with the black hole thing, but I don't know.
I mean,
I was watching it in the theater. It's like I was underwhelmed. Like I was whelmed. I was like, I wasn't overwhelmed, wasn't underwhelmed. I was like, yeah, guess this would happen. Sure.
let me read these super chats. First off, we got our buddy Mr. Skella that says, "Play us some jizz wailing when closing out the stream."
You hear that, Moist? That's for you. Just kidding.
Some jizz wailing, huh?
Chapter Master, sorry, Lokio7 says, "If Disney Star Wars isn't evidence that liberalism is fucking mental disorder, I don't know what is." Great, or Chapter Master Dante says, "Long live Femputer."
Yes.
Yes.
Great Loner says, "I think Lord and Miller saw the script and thought it was a parody. KK saw that and got pissed. That's why they were fired."
So this was serious, guys. Oh.
She's super ethereal.
I can see her throwing a fit. You guys, this is supposed to be serious. And I'm really trying really hard. Oh, no.
Bruce Lombardo, thank you very much again, says, "First time I've seen a man cry when a vibrator dies."
Oh, my God.
Yep, the fleshlight, yes.
Every time you say his name, I think of Steve Lombardo. Or Steve
I think
Lombardi.
of Falco Lombardi.
Yeah, I think of the Brooklyn Brawler.
Brawler. Let's see. Chapter Master Dante also says, "CGI will become dated. Stories last forever."
Well, that's true.
That's an excellent point that I don't think a lot of people take into account. Like, for as much as I love Spider-Man and enjoy the fuck out of that movie, the CGI doesn't really hold up for the most part. So
It holds up in some areas, but it's like with the original trilogy, it's like you can strip away all their effects and you'll have a great story still. With the sequels, you strip away all their special effects and you're left with doo-doo. So.
Oh, I know. Believe me. And then Kip Duran, thank you very much. Sorry, Kip Duran says, "They do shit on Chewie too in the sequels. He doesn't go home to his family on Kashyyyk. They stick him with Rey for literally no reason as a chauffeur, and Leia hugs Rey and not Chewie. Why? Sorry I'm late, LOL." Well, better late than never, Kip.
Yep. Yeah, I kind of wish.
You make valid points.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything to elaborate with that?
Yeah, what do you guys think about it? I think Chewie's kept there, honestly, for marketing because he's familiar to a lot of people. And people think, like, I say a lot of these things a bunch. It's because that's really what they go for, guys. It's all psychological. It's how they can play on your emotions to make you. That's another video that's coming down the road about the emotional, tactics to sell you Star Wars, especially in today's day and age. That's why you see the Falcon and Chewbacca and R2D2 and C3PO, because if you're of a certain age, that's your childhood, and you keep on coming back because it reminds you of a time or whatever, and you'll keep going back to watch that shit.
No, I completely agree. I think Chewbacca is a character. It's like the 50th-year senior you keep dragging to the bar. Yeah, that they had their prime, but maybe they just want to kind of do themselves, like just focus on themselves. They don't want to do anything else. But you have people just constantly dragging them out. It's like, hey, let's go.
Is she still pretty? She's still pretty.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, she's so pretty. It's like, hey, come out with us.
Plus an eye and all that. Yeah, she's bald, scorched burns. Yeah, she's still pretty. Yeah. No.
But you see what you know what I'm saying here. It's like, you're forcing someone out that has, they've had their run at the bar, they've had their run of the mill, and they're ready to just kind of sit back and relax. But you're forcing them back out, and they're just like, God damn, why do I have to fucking do this again?
That poor Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, on my skit trilogy thing that I made a little bit ago, I was able to get 49 YouTubers on it, big and small. Jeff, like, I know you missed it. That's okay. Yeah, I figured you're pretty busy with stuff.
I swear, I was taking a shower. I was supposed to send somebody something. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. See, it's totally cool because I figured like you're busy with stuff, like, so that's totally fine. I thought I was taking a shot with it, but I was able to get like Mecha Random, Odin's Movie Blog, Doomcock, EVS. I paid $10 of a super chat for him to do a line on there, and and then I had Adam Shahan and Moise. I had a bunch of people in our little or smaller community.
My cat made a special appearance.
Yeah, so Jon Snow got an appearance in it, his cat, which was great, and Adam Shahan's Joker fit in very well. And yeah, the video is like an hour long, just about. It's like me at playing different characters, fighting myself with like other things, and then I have them try to give me energy. It's like a Dragon Ball Z thing, so that's pretty fun.
I'll have to check that out. Send me the link on Twitter.
All right, yeah, no problem. I'll probably send it on email because I don't think you're following me back.
What are you the Rookie Critic on Twitter?
Yeah.
I'm about to follow you right now.
Now, what do you guys think about this scene here? They're on a foreign planet, basically trying to make the best out of the situation. And I honestly, I kind of forget what happens next. But
I don't know what happens here.
Enfy's nest appears.
Oh, good! One of the greatest villains in the whole universe.
Yep, beware of the 13-year-olds.
Yeah, good old empty nest,
because they'll fuck you up.
Mm-hmm. And they're physically stronger than a grown man. Yep.
Yeah. And the thing is, you have a fucking Wookiee.
Well, it's all because of plot, dude. That's the answer for everything in Star Wars from Disney.
If Jar Jar were to come up here, I think this would be better somehow.
I'd rather have Jar Jar being like, "Misa's so happy to see you."
Yeah, oh Chewie, I've never met you before.
Like, as he turns around, like, "Who the fuck are you?" Misa's so happy to see you because these guys are assholes.
Chewie chases him, trying to rip his arms off.
Yeah.
That'd be something. I'll admit the design for the Enfys Nest character is fine with the helmet and stuff, but what's underneath is just not necessary.
And I do like how Woody Harrelson, his character, is like the spokesman and stuff. I do like that. And I think he does that role very well.
I
All I think you do is that you belittle. I agree with you, but I think he belittles Han Solo.
Yep, that's what I was about to say. He outshines him completely. Like Han's just the backup guy, like the B level. Like he's kind of a B character in this film.
Well, and what we just seen, he just backed off as he stepped up and then he backed off. You know that's
He's like I'll be quiet again. Yep.
You know that proved your point right there. He just backed off.
Don't mind me. Yep, I'm level B. These guys are the A squad. I'm B.
He's a B+ player.
Only if you get to WrestleMania 30.
Mm-hmm.
If only.
Bruce Lombardo says, have you read the Bounty Hunter trilogy? I personally have not. Have you guys read any of the EU Bounty Hunter trilogy?
Nope.
Nope. The only ones I've read is the Last of the Jedi series. It is not the Last Jedi series. This one's about Obi-Wan and between episode 3 and 4. Much better than the Last Jedi. It kind of getting together some old people, some old Jedi that survived, and forming a very small section of the rebellion. Much better storytelling, by the way. And a few of the new Jedi Order books, but I haven't read too many. I feel like Shawhan a lot of books, but I don't know.
Have you super fan Adam Shawhan?
Did he drop out?
Oh, he did.
Dropped out sometimes. Yeah, he dropped out, I guess, over this moment.
I'm sure he'll be back. No, but Bruce, to go deeper into your question, just to give you an answer for something. I read the second book on the Young Han Solo trilogy way back in grade school. I have the Han Solo trilogy at Star's End and all that I read years ago. Courtship of Princess Leia. I got the Thrawn trilogy I'm working on right now, so I'm a little behind compared to a lot of people, but my interest in Star Wars is the movies, the production of the films, and to a degree the lore of the world, but I really get into the production aspect of the films more so than anything. Oh, they're building the Death Star.
I kind of like in Lord of the Rings how they have the extra effects or the extra behind the scenes stuff. Really impressive. Star Wars does their awesome stuff too.
You guys gotta watch Empire of Dreams.
That's one thing I'm not sure about with streaming. I mean, does any streaming offer like background stuff like that? Because if they don't, I really don't like streaming even more as far as the behind the scenes stuff.
To me, the streaming, I know Amazon, if you buy it, sometimes will offer bonus features like that are on the Blu-ray.
Yes.
But
as a Amazon Prime member, yeah, they do offer a little extra.
But I prefer, remember back in the day, you guys would get the DVD, and you get the basic edition or the deluxe edition for $19.99.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I always paid for that, not because I wanted to buy more shit, but I love, we make fun of Kevin Smith on this channel all the time, but his DVDs were jam-packed. Double commentaries, behind-the-scenes documentaries, all kinds of shit. Clips, scenes, this, that. If you go back and get Clerks X, which was the 10th anniversary release of DVD, that shit was like a triple disc set.
Yeah.
It was excellent. He used to put out some really good stuff. Even Star Wars, the original DVD release had that 4th disc, and that had Empire of Dreams and all kinds of stuff. And the fucking Blu-ray set, the original one's 9 discs, and it has quite a few pieces of behind-the-scenes information. So I'm big into bonus features, and digital's great for convenience, but when they take away licenses, okay, let's say I'm going to watch Beverly Hills Cop one day. Oh, it's not on here. It left the 3rd, and today's the 4th. It's fuck. I prefer owning your media. Like that Lego Lord of the Rings game that they took off of all the streaming service or the digital platforms. They took it away. You can only get it on physical, and they're taking that out of the store too. Something with licensing. So, I mean, digital has a lot of benefits, but a lot of downfalls too.
That's what I'm saying. I'm working on a series called Streaming versus Discs, and trying to get together a bunch of pros and cons of discs versus streaming. And I mean, streaming has a lot, yeah, but I think physical has a lot more too, in a way. I mean, especially the bonus features is one of the main things that is a draw, in my opinion.
If I got to give you $20 for a digital copy, or then I can give you $20 and end up with a disc and a digital copy, you better believe it. I want my disc.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting better value.
Yep.
I'll say, yeah, I'm a sucker for the disc. So.
Well, I mean, people on Netflix and Hulu and whatnot, they don't own any of the stuff they watch. It's just there until it's gone.
And sometimes the bit rate is not as good on digital streaming as it is on a Blu-ray disc. So you'll get much better.
Crappy internet.
Well, that's the thing too. Yeah, you have to have internet. If you're somewhere where you don't have internet, or it's cut off, or something, or it's just being crappy, then that's going to ruin your entertainment. But if you want to pop in the DVD, you'll be just fine. But then again, DVDs could be ruined, scratched, not last over however many years. I don't even know. Their case could be all screwed up. But I mean, small drawbacks, but still.
Are you guys ready for one of the supposed greatest cameos in Star Wars history coming up here?
You're just so hype, Moist. You're just.
I'm just trying to get you. I'm trying to get people fired up here.
You're just hyping up the crowd, man.
He is Master Moist for a reason.
Moist, why don't you take a minute and hype up the crowd for the enthralling scene that's about to happen right now?
I'll say so. We're in a fucking elevator right now. Once the elevator goes up and it is opened, who knows what the fuck's gonna happen? And if you haven't seen this, you're not gonna be dry anymore. You'll be damp. You'll be damp.
I'm already over it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, the movie's still playing? I thought we all agreed to just shut it off and talk. No.
Oh no, shit, no. And if you're all about it, you might be mold level. So, I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. Mold, you got to take care of that yourself. So, T's and P's. Thoughts and prayers for you if you're going to go mold level. But here we are. Let's see what happens. Lots of excitement, I hear.
I predict Chewie's gonna just kill them all.
No, okay, so Jeff. Now we knew that seeing this, that we were like, okay, this is the pinnacle of the movie. This is the major climax scene. Seeing this for the first time, Jeff, what were your reactions like seeing this thing?
Honestly, I kept thinking I got to get home so we can do the live stream reaction for this movie. That was my whole thought the whole time.
I'm gonna tell you what. Driving home, I'm like, I need to pull up the World Class Bullshitters episode of their reactions to this thing. So,
well, I mean, I keep going on about how Han Solo is my favorite character. Seriously, I remember in 2004 when the Vintage Collection came out, and I fucking searched every weekend for like months to find this damn Han Solo thing. Like, I really liked the character. This movie was just so mundane that I never once got mad. Like, I'll give you, Kendo and I have had this discussion before personally. We went and saw the Justice League. We both thought to ourselves, when is this going to get terrible? And then it just kind of ended, and we were like, it kind of wasn't that bad.
Yep.
This movie, I thought to myself, when is it going to get good? Or when is it going to get like Last Jedi bad? Because L337 died, and I thought to myself, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
We're not going to be stuck with just a whole garbage movie. And then just nothing else captivated me. And the thing is, I am this demographic. I am their target audience. I'm a guy who has money to buy your ticket, who will buy merchandise based on something that I like. It's just, it wasn't cool. Maybe we were blown away by Avengers, or maybe we were just disappointed by The Last Jedi, or maybe Alden Ehrenreich is not Han Solo, Harrison Ford is. There's so many possibilities.
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit this scene wasn't horrible right here. I mean, not great either, but I mean, yeah, this whole movie is, as you said, mundane. It's not horrible. I don't even know if there's a shit the bed moment in this film, but it's just the whole film's more like why did it exist? Okay, let's just
if there was a mundane Matt film, this is it.
Does Han Solo cry in this movie?
Yeah, when he gets his silver blaster.
Except as at the very end of this, whenever they go off into the light speed, or mundane Matt would just backfire. Nothing would happen there.
I'm hunting for boulders. Need some boulders.
I didn't flag your channel.
Is Mundane Matt Swedish?
Flag your video.
I'm the Swedish chef. They make the boulders.
It's gonna fucking flag our channel now.
Folks, the Moist Cast and all affiliates do not represent world-class bullshitters.
No, we do not. Not at all. Freedom of speech. Booyah. We've taken over the channel just because I am actually at Mr. Hicks's house, and I am tying him up and putting him in the basement for payback for what he did to poor Harrison Ford.
Revenge for Ford.
But me and Harrison are on speaking terms now.
Yeah.
I can't wait till you guys. I can't wait till you guys get that story because you're gonna go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Kendo knows every detail, but I can't wait for you guys to get it.
Well, I know the guys do because I mean they're in it, and like you said, it's not like this is just something you just thought up, which that's what makes it even more intriguing. You know, and the fact I've met you, the people here listening, you know, should feel like they know you because they do. You guys open up completely to everybody. You know, you're not a bunch of lying scumbags that are boulder holders and, you know, searching for boulders and, you know, being pains in the butts. You say, hey, look, we'll go see the movie for the channel. Y'all will know what we think. If you want to go spend the money, go spend the money. If not, hey, here's what we think. Don't waste your money. But if you want to, go ahead. We're not going to tell you not to. And you've never once been negative when it comes to the part of telling people absolutely what they should do, how they should feel. You're just like, hey, tell us what you think. And I appreciate that. And I thank all of you bullshitters, even though we've only got 2 of you, but everybody in the chat as well for that and giving us the opportunity to join you and be a part in your chat.
Dude, it's always awesome to have you guys on. It's a lot of fun. Like, I know there was a misnomer earlier on last year where people thought, oh, they're a hate channel. And I'm like, did you listen to anything we've ever said? Because you're fucking wrong. But
I love that because I was one of those people that thought that initially, kind of, and not as a hate channel, but I thought you guys were just a bunch of dumbasses for a second. Just whatever. I forget what video it was I clicked on, but I was like, I don't want to listen to this. And then I don't remember what I watched or a video I recommended you guys again. I was like, I'll give them another shot. I listened for like 30 minutes in, and I was getting more. I was agreeing with you guys on like almost everything you were saying, and then you were like bringing up statistics and talking about like sales and all these things, and I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. Then I watched, binge watching a lot of your videos. I'm like, okay, yes, these guys definitely are the shit.
Well, no, and myself, I discovered you guys. I watched EVS's original Last Jedi review that got taken down like less than a week after he posted it. And so I was just like, oh my God, thank God there are people out there that feel the same way as I do about The Last Jedi. And so I started watching more of World Class Bullshitters videos about The Last Jedi and just what's happening with toys and all that stuff. And then I found Geeks and Gamers with Jeremy and EVS as, his classic live streams where he's bitching about everything with Star Wars. So, it just kind of, expounded from there. And, it was kind of myself. I'm like, damn, I felt like, I'm like, do I feel, is it just me that there's a lot of things wrong with The Last Jedi? I'm a diehard Star Wars fan, and I could never see myself hating a Star Wars film. But I'm like looking for a community to be like, I really don't like this. This is bad. This is shitty. And this is, hate on the prequels all you want, but what we're seeing now with the sequels, it's like, God damn, like, what are we looking at here? And so I was like trying to find that community, and, EVS, World Class Bullshitters and Geeks and Gamers gave me that community. And that's why, I'm here, and goddamn, the Moist was born.
As the super fan was as well, thanks to Mr. Jeff Hicks. And it all started because of Frank Wiener Dog. It just, as odd as it is to say, a 2-year-old wiener dog found World Class Bullshitters, which is how I found you. Long story short, because, we've got the wannabe Darth Maul knives here going on. But that's how it happened. It is a wiener dog that found you guys. And, I sat there listening, and Jeff, as so many other people have found out, when you respond to people in the chat, they tend to come back. And, it really is nice the way you engage everyone, whether they agree with you, disagree, doesn't matter. You let everybody speak and have a say. but you make everybody feel very, very wanted. Unlike Disney, who just pisses on their fans. And I just believe that's a big part of it. I'm missing the hell out of Good Morning Pop Culture because I have no knowledge now because the person that gives me knowledge is Mr. Hicks on Good Morning Pop Culture. And I'm dying because I don't know what the fuck's going on because I'm listening to repeats.
Yeah, that usually gets me through the first 2 hours of work.
Can I be honest? I actually miss doing it a lot because I really was like, I look at all this news and I'm like, oh man, this is a Good Morning Pop Culture topic. Oh wait, we're on a break. I got to do this comic book. Oh wait, this is a topic we should talk about right now. The Rock's video. Holy shit. Oh well.
Oh yes, I was so I was waiting for an emergency broadcast of GMPC when that hit.
Well, I'll tell you what I was going to say about it. I was actually going to work on a video where I was going to parody his old promos and talk about snowflakes, but then he came out and said I didn't say it, and I believe him over some article. Because you can listen to me talk about The Rock. He seems like a pretty straightforward dude. Like, what would he benefit from making that up? If he said it, and if he said it, I'm cool with it. If he didn't say it, I really don't care either way. It's kind of like almost a non-issue because he feels like one of those celebrities that's not overly political, and he kind of keeps his mouth shut about certain things, and therefore is liked by a lot of people. So
I think The Rock would be like you, Jeff. I mean, and I'm not, stroking here. I honestly, that's how I feel. It would be just like sitting down with you. Yeah, he is who he is, but he's still a human first and foremost. And you're the exact same way. Everybody's got opinions, and I feel the same way when it comes to The Rock. I think because he said he didn't say it, why would he? He's got no reason to lie.
Yeah, he's the richest dude in Hollywood. He's making big money. Even if he has that opinion, that's not going to kill his box office. He might become this modern day Clint Eastwood type hero if he had that kind of sentiment. But I don't know. It just didn't feel organic. And then when he came out and said right away, like, I didn't say that, I'm like, okay. Most people don't even pay that much attention to when people are misquoted.
Well, and if we want to pay attention to this movie, we are about to have a goddamn cameo from the prequel series coming in here.
Yes, we are.
Second.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Forgot we're watching the movie.
Oh wait, there's a movie going on?
I was liking our conversation better.
I want to talk about The Rock.
It's like I don't mind Darth Maul really being there, but I don't know. I do, but I don't.
Apathy.
Well, it's like
That's
they
the
messed
word.
up the hologram, and it's like, really, you can't
When he
just.
pulls the fucking lightsaber, that's when it kills me. I'm just like,
It's like,
why would we need
why
that?
can't he physically be there?
Let the past die. Wait a minute. We need the past to make money because we really fucked up.
Yeah.
Just them.
I'm telling you, Adam, wait till tomorrow and then wait till the subsequent videos. It's going to put everybody in perspective about what's going on.
Can't wait for them. We love those videos, man.
I've been really happy to have the chance to make
I'm
those.
lost. I'm lost without Good Morning Pop Culture because I listen to you, and then I get to listen to other streams or go on DJD and know what the fuck he's talking about. Because usually I have no idea if I'm not hearing something from you first. So yeah, you're my go-to guy at first, and that's without you even knowing it, but you do now.
I wish that guy would have been here tonight. I love the DJD show.
Had he not had massive internet issues, I'm sure he would have loved to join, but he is having really, really bad issues, and I will continue to send you links on when we're doing stuff on Fridays to possibly get you on, although we don't usually do Hangouts, but for you, we would do a Hangout, sir.
And as DJD would say, fun times had by all.
Cuckoo, could you?
Oh, so
I do like this part right here because Han just, said, you screwed me over, boom.
It's like this should have been more around the halfway point or something, like, and then expanded on Han more or something instead of seeing the whole first half of the film that didn't really do that much.
Could we have had this happen and then they get in the Falcon and go on that adventure we were talking about?
Han shot first.
So we could go like, okay, we see some of the, like, halfway through the movie and then go, okay, now for the rest of the movie, he's going to be the Han that we know. But leading up to it, He can be the little dummy that he is, and then boom, we get to this point halfway through the movie.
I think this follows the Batman Begins Casino Royale template. Now, luckily, those two movies were great, and you got sequels to continue the growth, but sometimes copying other shit just doesn't work. Sometimes it does. Sometimes homage is cool or formulas work. But these characters, when you reboot iconic characters, you got to get what we love early on.
See, I just don't get it. He grabs the hand. You don't know where that hand's been. Secondly, this is where it should have been cut. All right, I shot you. Fuck off. You're dead. You're dying. I don't care. You screwed me over. Boom. Done. All right, let's get in the Falcon and go get some fried pork.
He's like, I love you.
I know.
I love you. Don't die. Pull an L3 moment. Make him part of the Falcon too.
I am so sad. Just kidding, I'm not.
I'm barely paying attention to this movie because I just had some new information come to light.
No, that's literally been me. I'm just like, the movie's still on here.
I hope the audience isn't disappointed that we're not commenting on everything that happened in the film because
Buffalo Wild Pork, yes.
So, who is anyone in the chat besides Superfan Adam Shawhan gonna make it to Star Wars Celebration?
I will be.
Yes, I have rounded up the moist. I just might go steal the rookie critic just because.
I'm on the west, dude. I'm like Washington, Oregon area. I wish I was closer.
Do you know the Goonies?
I said kidnap, so it's okay. It's all good.
That's fine then. That's fine. I can't drive, so if you can drive me, that's cool. Or plane, whatever.
No, man, we're gonna be. What do you think I got all these dogs for? They're gonna be pulling us.
Oh hell yeah, Rudolph style, I like it.
Yeah, mush, especially in the snow.
I feel like this scene right here is a little too preachy. With Enfy's Nest, they're trying to make this statement, almost Return of the Jedi-esque statement with the Empire and the Ewoks and all this stuff. And come on, Star Wars. It's nice to see, Warwick Davis, but no.
I kind of wish that they took it from him, and then he's like pissed that they got it. He's like, "What the? I just went through all this crap and ended up with nothing. What the fuck?" Like
they could have made it like an Indiana Jones parallel, where they're like, "It's going to top men." I would have laughed my ass off and liked this movie if they would have ended it with that.
That would have been pretty good too.
The thing is, that would have made more sense with Han Solo's character too.
Well, they have to say,
even if they'd have stolen it, like Rookie said, they could have stole it from him, and then once again, they get in the Falcon and chase their asses, and then that's how it ends because that they're chasing them.
Or it's like he goes, "Man, I've been screwed over by how many people in this movie? Like, fuck this." And then he becomes Han. Like that would have been something, but no, he willingly gives it. They call him a hero. He's like, "I'm not a hero." Just so dumb. You're right. They do tell you everything that we're supposed to feel, like you said earlier.
Yet we feel nothing at all watching this movie.
I feel we lost 2 hours, but the only reason it was worth it is we're here with all you fine folks.
Soilo, a test of patience.
They ever say testicular story?
I know. I was gonna say a test of patience. So
that makes sense.
I mean, if I had to give on a moist scale, this movie makes me moldy.
From dry to what? Dry, damp,
moldy.
Right.
See, now this part coming up, though, I did kind of enjoy that they didn't fuck this up because I figured they would.
That's what I was gonna say. There were some things that made me wet, but there was a shitload of things that made me dry. And when you mix wet and dry together over an extended period of time, mold happens. So
I gotta say, I like Han Solo's jacket here. He's got his Bespin jacket, but it's like a black version. Han Solo costumes are so cool to me. Sorry, that was a weird detour. Lando looks like a space pimp, though.
I don't think it was weird.
This planet does seem to be like where he might chill in his younger days.
Oh shit! No, he's wearing the vest. Okay, never mind. I didn't notice that. I thought it was just his Bespin jacket.
This movie's still going.
Only for about 3 more minutes, Kendo.
But still.
And
I have good news for you. After this, we're watching The Last Jedi in Spanish.
Oh my
God.
That's the only way to watch it, as I've said.
I'd say that might actually be an improvement.
It was
That's how I
impossible.
saw it at first, and you can enjoy it visually, and then you don't know what was really said. You can make it up for yourself, except for when you're trying to figure out why Luke dissed the fucking Pierce.
I might have to watch Ant-Man just to restore some sanity into my life.
That's such a good movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
What you do when this stuff brings you down is you go back and you watch the original trilogy, and you're good to go. Or you go back on this channel and you see where World Class did it, and all 6 movies, because that was a whole lot of fun.
That was a
I
good
know.
day.
I know, I was there.
All right, can we? I do appreciate the light speed scene that we do have here. I do like that, but that's one of the few things I do like.
Yeah, there are some moments. There are moments.
Yeah, but the Swindler beating the guy that thinks he can't be beaten is even better. When he takes his little card and is like, haha,
Right here, boom, and fuck the dice. No, there we go. My favorite moment, directed by Ron Howard. There we go. Boom.
This should have been the movie. Like them going to meet Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
These characters suck. Enfys Nest and all these people. I don't care about them.
No, I give 0 fucks.
Gee, you didn't love him after this whole 2 hours and 15 minutes of film?
No.
Ooh, Kathleen Kennedy.
And we have 283 people watching us right now that have made it.
It's funny. More people have come in since the movies ended.
It really rose. Good timing. Good timing.
Let me read some of these super chats that rolled in. First off, Lokio7 says, check out Republic Commando for the OG Xbox. It's a squad-based first-person shooter and a great underrated Star Wars game. I'm aware of that game. Are you guys?
No.
I am not.
Republic Commando. It was kind of cool.
No. You're
Hell yeah.
Commando, yes.
That's one of the best.
Like a SEAL Team 6 kind of game.
They're now like it's worth like $100 because it's so rare, and it's for the original Xbox, I think.
Yeah, that was a weird generation. Some of those games hold a lot of value. Fucking
like
Marvel
there's
vs. Capcom for the PS2 is a pretty pricey game.
Yeah, well, there's so much content in those games from back then as the whole game that you buy. Now it's like you get less than that content when you buy the full game, and then when you buy more content nowadays, you still get less than what they had before.
Oh yeah,
For the games that they used to own, like even Super Mario has like so much more stuff to do than like any modern game.
Well, like you guys heard me go on and on about Spider-Man and how much I enjoyed that. I played through the DLC. The DLC was okay, but I felt like you got a complete story without it. It only tied up a couple loose ends that otherwise, like put it like this. I know people were kind of pissed because the whole Silver. You guys know who the Silver Sable is?
Yes.
Yeah, the chick that's not the cat, but the other person.
Yeah, in the main story, she beats Spider-Man's ass. Well, if you buy the DLC, you can fight her and beat her up yourself. So there are benefits if you buy the DLC, but you still get a complete game. But like, what came out a couple of years ago? Like GTA felt like a full game because it was, but I bought something a couple of years back, and I was like, what was that? Maybe it was killed. I don't know what it was, but I bought a game a couple of years ago, and if you didn't get the DLC, you got dick. And I was like, I'll never buy another one of these. It's frustrating. Let's see. We had Proper Jeremy says, what's the timestamp? Mind if I come on? If not, no hard feelings. Proper Jeremy, we're not going to be on for but a couple more minutes, but you will be on next Saturday, correct? For our fan films, if you're the right guy. So we're going to be having you on. So make sure you contact me if you have any guests or anything you need me to do to promote that. I appreciate you being patient with me. Anybody who's been trying to contact me through Patreon, you notice I've been getting back with you guys. So we're, like I told you, we're trying to do our fans initiative where we're getting everybody back involved in the fold. We did this tonight. We're going to do stuff next Saturday. We're going to have on the 30th, which is a Wednesday, is going to be our fan hangout. So if you're a patron, get a question ready and bring a topic to the show and come hang out with us for a little bit. Keep it entertainment based, but the sky's the limit.
Sounds cool. Yeah, I'm actually going to be a patron this week.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm dropping Crunchyroll. I'm gonna do patron to a couple people. So.
Well, I appreciate it, dude. You're gonna get a whole extra bonus show every Thursday night. Like after Superfan Adam Shawhan knows, that show is usually an hour long.
It's always a good time.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah, it's lots of fun. And you never know how many people are going to show up and or not show up. So, I mean, we ran it for quite a while with the same people because there was nobody else jumping in.
Yeah.
Nice.
I usually catch the replay. That's what gets me through work on Fridays. So.
Well, that's good.
Let's see. Bruce Lombardo, thank you very much. I'm going to read all your super chats in a row. 1, Disney and AAA game makers pissing on fans. 2 is exactly the series of events that made some of those events made it possible to find world-class bullshitters. I agree. It was like a perfect storm, and I'm glad people found us. You know, I'm glad we got the high council and the community that we got. It's a lot of fun. I wouldn't trade this for the world. Plus, it's nice to prove everybody that calls us racist trolls wrong every time.
We are an alt-right hate group podcast.
With one white guy.
Yeah.
It's funny how they think that you're the white guy, Jeff.
I know.
Really?
I'm like, I'm sorry I went to college and got a degree and know how to write papers, and I'm not a fucknut. But hey, you know, you want to play into that whole racial narrative? Cool.
Oh, they're just
everybody on
shit.
I know they are all assholes. Everybody on our podcast went to college. It's like,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You're all, and I can say this since I'm older than every single last one of you. You are all every single last one of you educated young men that can speak and have minds, and that's what
right.
you're here.
And also, I just graduated with my master's degree. So,
well, shit. There you go.
Hence the Master Moist.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a play on Master Mold from X-Men.
No, I graduated from American University here in DC on December. Degree awarded date was December 31st, but I graduated on December 16th. So.
And it's all your fault, Jeff. That's how we found each other, was on your channel. So shame on you, sir.
Oh,
Now,
no. I
yes.
brought people together.
Yes, now the Moist and I, we chit chat and text and all that good stuff. So yes, sir, it's all your fault. You horrible man.
Yep.
Our buddy Logan Michael says Funko Pops are gay.
Okay.
I love Logan Michael's messages.
Naturally.
Let's see. Thanos EVS says, I need pie. Please give me pie. We all need pie.
We'll teleport you the pie with our Sony teleporter, buddy.
6 Turning 4 Burning says, I haven't been watching. I've been listening to you guys, trying to find my other sock that vanished in the dryer. And then 6 Turning 4 Burning also says, I'll pound my nuts flat with a wooden mallet, then watch Disney Star Wars.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh,
God, I can just think of the pain.
Just once?
Oof.
It's at least one. Okay. More than that? No.
Ethan Long says, my sympathies, gentlemen. I'll never watch this garbage. Well, Ethan Long, thank you very much for your sympathies. We appreciate your support for the channel. I don't feel like we came out of this movie any worse for wear than we did going in. How do you guys feel?
I promised you I wouldn't watch it without you. And as I did, I have watched it now with you. And I don't really plan on watching it again. But I don't feel any worse. Hello, Lethal Lightning.
Hey, Lethal Lightning says, shout out to Adam and Rookie. I just can't watch just walking in to see the new Superman film.
Awesome, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Let me know how it goes.
Is it the animated one?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it's the Superman.
Yeah, it's the animated one. Yes, sir.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. I have the DC streaming service that I don't ever use.
That would be funny if the DC made a whole new Superman film and nobody knew. There's like, oh, the next one? Oh, shit.
I mean, I didn't love Man of Steel or BVS, but I would go see Henry Cavill one more time and give him a shot. If he was going to be the Justice League Superman in his own film, I'd be like, give him the right costume, brighten up the world. I'm there.
He seems like he doesn't want to be Superman. Like, oh, I got to be Superman. I don't know. You're like, really? Like, if Robert Downey Jr. had that kind of attitude, I think people would like
I
him
could
less.
be Iron Man. Not again.
Yeah.
Oh,
He lives Iron Man, and this Cavill seems like he's only Superman when he's on film sometimes.
Well, I don't really follow him too much. I know he wanted to play Bond at one point, and I was like, if he plays James Bond, I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
because he was good in Uncle.
I agree.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm still listening to the credits music for this movie.
Oh, you poor
I
bastard.
turned my TV off.
Yeah,
Cool.
I was gonna say, I killed the PS4 already. Then
Well,
again, you are sick, so that's okay. We forgive you.
Well, I have the PS4 with the movie on silent with subtitles, and then I have Netflix in a different tab, so I can actually hear the movie and you guys without any audio being broadcast over YouTube, so I don't get a copyright strike.
Right.
Well, I'm watching Bird Box now.
No, I'll tell you this though, for the listeners out there, this is going to go unlisted like the Jeremy streams, because I'll be honest, if you keep live streams up, it hurts the channel. So that's why I'm gonna put a couple exclusive videos over on the Good Morning Pop Culture channel, so we can get that monetized. So that channel will be healthy and will never interfere with this channel, and that show will never be in jeopardy. So guys, go over there and check out some of the older content. We have to get so many hours watched, but once we do and that gets monetized, that is where Good Morning Pop Culture will live. But our Twitter and all of our social media accounts will be the same, and they'll just send you in that direction. So as soon as that gets, all fixed up, I'll get everything worked out so we won't have any kind of issues.
Is that all you are waiting on right now, is just the watch time?
Yep. To get it monetized.
I'm on it. They're fucked. I'm on it.
So
I was actually going to make a massive video. It's like 4 hours long of all of our old Star Wars shit and just put it up there and call it a supercut. And then people can just go watch it like one time. If everybody on the channel watched it once, we'd be set.
Well, with all the 6 movies, you've got damn near 24 hours worth of streaming you could do with all the stuff that you guys have done between the drunken watches and then the watches with where you did the 3 and the 3. I mean, you could, oh man, and then the toy reviews. Yeah, if you splice everything together, there's more than 24 hours. And people are lazy, so if all they got to do is click one place and watch it, you'd have it done in like 2 days.
I think I'm going to do that as soon as I get through the next couple of videos and get onto some pages. I think I'll do that. I'll sit down and edit all that shit.
Because, the dogs would love to watch something that they don't have to actually wait for something else to pop up and recommend. So, yeah.
I'll do it. I'll do it just for the Wiener Dog Clan, bro.
There you go. I'll
do
have
it for the wiener
devices going, and you'll have your numbers in no time, sir.
For the wieners.
Our friend Logan Michael says, I would cut off my arm just to shut down Disney. Don't cut off any body parts.
We don't condone cutting off body parts. But
see, Disney's fine. It's
medication.
Film.
Yeah, no, we don't recommend or condone. Yeah, I think don't cut shit off.
Well, I mean, not all of Disney. I mean,
yeah, I'm moist, but please don't do that.
Blood can be moist. Just kidding.
It can be, but don't make things more moist than need.
Not the preferred type of moisture.
Yeah, we don't need that.
So, do you guys have anything else you'd like to say to the listeners? Is there any other topics you guys want to cover, since I won't be live again until High Council, which should be on this channel this week? So, is there anything you guys want to say or ask or talk about for a couple minutes?
Watch everything that World Class Bullshitters does. Watch everything that you will find on the Rookie Critics channel, even though he's on a break right now till February. Watch everything that Moist Vision Inc. is going to be putting up and coming out with. You're not going to worry about my channel because there's not much on there. But you can check out Frank and the Shawhan Wiener Dog Clan. You will see a whole lot of videos of my wiener dogs. There are 16 of them, and they do love to watch all of these guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with us. It's always a blast. Normally I'm in the chat with you guys, but I've been blessed to be on here. It was fun, and I'll give it to whoever is next. See y'all on the next one.
It's a lot of wiener.
I love that. I was going to say, Adam, you're awesome, by the way. Nice. And Brandon Moist, love streaming with you guys. We stream quite often. I was going to say, I made a website called the Fandom Collective website. And over there is where I posted like 50 links to 50 channels that have good content that are pretty small in our community. A lot of them are Fandom Menace based, with Star Wars stuff and different types of content, some Comicsgate stuff, and good channels that don't have a huge following, but it's all on one site to go check them out. And there's a lot of people that are streaming right now. I think The Rant is going. I'm giving a shout out to my buddy, the Sith Kryptonian, whom was on with me on Jeremy's 24-hour live stream for about 15 or 16 hours, which was pretty fun. By the way, did you get to watch the 24-hour live stream, Jeff?
I was on vacation in Michigan. I tried to get on because Jeremy kept sending me links, and every time I click on the link, it would take me to the Play Store where I needed to install Hangouts, which I already had installed on my phone, and then it would never let me join the call because I was on New Year's Eve. I was going to join you guys during the ball drop.
Yeah, if you're on your phone, he needs to send you a link through your email, put in your email and then invite you that way because the links don't work on the phone.
Shit. Well, now I know. and
Yeah,
knowing
no
the truth
problem. Yeah,
about
by
it.
the way, I've been helping a lot of people with streaming lately. So if anybody in the chat wants to learn how to stream, I somehow know how to stream a lot because people have had a lot of issues lately. But yeah, it's been real fun doing stuff. Thanks for having me on, bullshitters. Jeff and Kendo, loving it. Love you guys, and take it away, Master Moise.
Yeah, and Jeff, thank you as always for having me on here, and glad to share the stream with yourself and Superfan Adam Shawhan, Kendo, and the Rookie Critic. As you have heard, my channel is recently renamed Moist Visions Inc. MVI. We will be doing. I have a buddy of mine who is a lifelong friend that I will be doing some game reviews and tech reviews. So try to do some different things on the channel, as well as giving a lot of moist takes. Moisture will be forever the title of the channel, and we will be bringing moisture to every stream that we are part of. And I'm forever grateful to be a part of streams like this. And if you have not hit the like, if you have not hit the like button yet, please moisturize that like button.
Salivated.
Head out here and like World Class Bullshitters, and make sure you tune in to everything that they have going on here. And I am forever thankful for Jeff and Kendo, and I'm glad to be a part of this.
Well, we're glad to have all you guys. I mean, I know EVS likes to jokingly say he hates the phrase community, but we're an awesome group. The Fandom Menace is legit. We're not just like 6 dudes in a basement or something. No, this is people from all over the world, different walks of life. We all love entertainment, and it's cool that our channel and other guys in the Fandom Menace, the High Council, we've gotten other people to create channels, and it's just a fun thing. It's a fun lifestyle. YouTube is great. I know a lot of people say, oh, the end is near. No, I mean, there's always new people coming in, making it fun, making it exciting. We're going to do here on the channel, we're going to have a lot of guests over the year. I want to get Nerdrotic channel on here, Gary. I talked to Michael from Retro Blasting, so our Back to the Future 3 commentary is going to happen. I'm going to make sure it works around his schedule because he is the only person I know that truly loves that film, so I can't wait to hear his take on it. Obviously, you'll hear from Ethan and Jeremy, and these guys will come back. You'll hear from Moist Visions, the Rookie Critic, Superfan Adam Shawhan, obviously Kendo, if he's ever proud of the quality content we can put out, but that's just a pipe dream.
Never.
But, this will be archived on the Good Morning Pop Culture channel. So for those out there that are listening, this will go delisted in a little bit, and then it's going to go because tomorrow I got a big video coming out, and then it's going to go over to the Good Morning Pop Culture channel, and I will be posting links on Twitter, and I'll start putting links to that channel in every video so you guys can subscribe and we can get that monetized. We can do live streams out the ass over there because it'll never hurt World Class Bullshitters. So it'll all be a good time. So Kendo, you have anything else you want to say before I read a final super chat from Chihuahua Jeremy?
No.
All right.
No.
Chihuahua Jeremy says, Borkus Bork, Funko Pop gave Borkus Roof Bark Bark.
Well, all right.
Say that.
Elbow to end there.
That is a hell of a way to end this. So, folks, this has been your live stream commentary for Solo: A Star Wars Story. Yeah, it's better than The Last Jedi in Episode 7. Lower than Rogue One, but is that a good sentiment for everybody?
Yes, sir.
I mean, Rogue One's kind of boring. I mean, I'd say this at least keeps you a little more engaged, I would think. But
The last 30 minutes of Rogue One, yes.
yeah, the last 30 minutes, Rogue One, perfect. Yeah. Well, not perfect, but, for the sequel area, yeah.
Rogue One did what it needed to do. Everybody died. We got 30 seconds of Vader doing what we all wanted to see 3 hours of. And, even though we didn't know how they got the plans or why it was there, why there was a flaw in the Death Star, now we know why, according to Disney. So,
This is better fan service.
yeah.
Very true. All right, folks. Well, I will be in touch with everyone tomorrow with my newest video. So make sure you guys do not miss out on that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to put the final nail in the coffin of every sycophantic troll who wants to talk shit about the Fandom Menace. It's not because it's opinion-based, it's fact-based, and I got a couple more fact-based videos. It's going to lay the smackdown on them this week. So do not miss World Class Bullshitters. Have your bell notifications turned on and join us every day for future Star Wars content or whatever we want to call it. But I'll see you guys soon. Peace.
From the future.
The truth.